Hello, everyone. Thank you so much to Arvidos. Oh my goodness, hello. My name is PsycheSiren. Tonight is one of our D&D nights. Usually I stream a lot of variety, but today, Thursdays and Sundays are specifically for D&D. Yeah, thank you so much for doing that. Shout out Autumn, best mod. But yes, shout out to Decoded Ken. Ken, thank you for the host. Shout out to Mystic. And of course, thank you, Arvidos. Y'all go check out Arvidos. He is on our stream team, the Psychepaths. Amazing, wonderful guy. Amazing artwork. He's so freaking talented. Hello, Peanut. Hello. Yes, thank you for giving me the children back. Thank you. We have just started stream, so we are waiting on some of our players to go ahead and filter in something cool with the overlay. Oh, it's all good, Ken. It's all good. Thank you. Thank you. D&D nights are a bit chill. So something we can do, Arv, I don't know if you've seen. Oh, look at that. Oh, we can also take it away. Oh, we're getting pro. We're getting fancy. Oh, Mina, once I figure it out, girl, I'll let you know. The Psychepaths are very new. We have a lot of amazing streamers that are part of it. We're working on a logo right now. But yeah, it's a good group of people. They're all a very lovely mix of wholesome and cursed. They are blurst people. But yes, if this is your first time over here, the way we usually do these things is I will be texting y'all in chat. However, I will keep voice chat just to the party. And oh man, this group, oh Melissa, you're gonna want us to keep it that way. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and talk with these lovely people. Hello?
Oh god,
Hello.
he's here. Don't talk about the thing.
What?
Hello there.
Hello? What you talking about?
New jobs.
Oh,
An old
Or new job.
a new job. Oh,
hello.
fancy.
Oh god.
Good.
I'm exhausted.
How are you?
And the best part of it is I am a temp to hire, hired by a company that is contracted by another company.
It's companies all the way down.
So I get paid officially by the temp company for the next 3 months. But the hours are reported by the company that is contracted by the other company.
What?
Why does this feel like a Russian doll?
It does
It
though.
is.
It's like an MLM scheme.
Oh, God.
Except for it's
Why would you
legit.
start an
It's a
MLM?
real company. Like
It's a real legit scam, huh?
It's a
like
real
one of-
legit scam.
like
Real fake dolls.
Real
one of 'em's-
fake door.
one of them's a Fortune 500. The other is a very popular apparel and lifestyle brand. So
Ooh. Hello, Mitchie.
He's here.
Alright. Wait, what do you mean she's here? What?
Don't
No,
worry.
don't
Don't
worry
worry
about
about it, Mitchie.
No.
Don't worry.
Hi.
Okay, hi.
How you doing there, Mitchie?
I'm okay.
Okay. Good.
One of us. One of
Slinky, don't be creepy. Don't make it.
I can't help but be creepy around her. She's my cupcake. I have to. Listen, when I love someone, I get creepy with them. I'm sorry.
It happens. It's true. I get really
Right.
weird when I also love someone. I'm like, oh, I can just be a weirdo and they'll accept me.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I think that's. Yeah, that's love. That it do be like that.
Can you kill him in game already?
No.
They don't think it do, but it
He
do.
tried.
I tried yesterday. I tried last week and it didn't work. No.
You keep trying, but
Why did I heal you?
I know you could have let me
I
die.
could have let you die. I'm now
Could have been
realizing
your
as the
revenge for
cleric.
Rimmel.
I could just let you pass away,
What the
but
heck?
Scrubs is in chat. Your wife is watching, so I can't kill you yet.
And remember, she knows
there,
where you
chat.
live.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. I thought I deleted a page in Roll20 and I was
I
very scared.
deleted my wife, and I was like, whoa.
I was so
Thanos.
afraid. I was so. I became so strong and so big.
That was
Oh,
indestructible.
I should probably order
An Italian.
my laptop doesn't have my work laptop doesn't have an HDMI in. It has a video a display port instead.
Oh,
Ah, yes.
That
So rather than being able to use my nice huge at-home monitor, I can only use my laptop monitor. So I have to do an HDMI to
DVI converter.
well, I can do it. Well, DisplayPort is like the fancy new one.
Yeah, that one.
There's also a DVI on there, or the
Ooh.
the smaller one, whatever the smaller, old-fashioned one is. VGA, I don't know.
Maybe is it the like the blue one with the pin?
Yeah, it's the small blue one, not the
Yeah, I think that's VGA.
yeah, because I've got the fancier one with like the sideway pins and stuff for my
Ooh.
smaller monitor.
you could say any string of letters and I'd believe you. Like,
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
this is my TZN.
It's
It's brand new.
I'm so glad you didn't say what I was like thinking in my head.
Oh no, what were you thinking, Mitchie?
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah, because we haven't
We'll
heard
see how.
bad things here.
No thanks, I don't need to do Amazon Prime to get
No,
this.
it was that thing that they made you Google.
Oh no.
Which one?
The one that starts with a B.
Oh no! No! We're not gonna talk about those letters. Anyway,
Oh,
No.
so T-Fighter.
Yeah.
This game, right?
Yeah, D&D.
Yeah. Game.
D&D, DB. Wait,
D&D.
D&D.
Uh-huh.
So- Give me 1 second. I'm creating a neutral screen, so that you're not looking at ugly nastiness.
Oh, that's fair.
And this is a product no one is ever gonna buy. Amazon is just
Me and
like,
Adam Arvidos.
it's a Norton 360
Arvidos, I
for
swear.
gamers. So for up to 3 devices, so you gamers can get your fancy Norton
Ooh.
antivirus.
Ooh, gamer.
Gamer.
I mean,
antivirus.
I just have my Avast because I'm a gamer.
Gamer.
I think it's. Oh, let's see. Arthur's is spelling, so that's.
Don't read
D-
anything chat says. Don't.
Read it
d-
all.
no.
All it
Don't.
says is nothing.
What does it spell? BDSM.
Frick you, Gil.
Thank you, Arvidos.
Hmm.
Hey,
It's an acronym
Dakota.
for Big Dads. Shout more.
I was gonna say small meat, but yeah, that works.
No.
Oh, I was gonna say Sue Mothers, and I was like, oh no, that's not
That just-
nice.
Big Dad Small Meat feels like a new terms for like bottoms and bears.
Yeah.
Like there's big dads and then there's small meats.
Welcome to PsycheSiren Streams. Everything's
It's gonna be-
wholesome. No
It's
thanks.
gonna be the name of your Grinder app for BDSMs.
Why,
Ooh yeah.
why are you saying that
Hang
she
on, I
has a
need to
grinder?
patent something real quick.
No.
It's fine. We'll plug PsycheSiren streams on every
No,
single.
don't put PsycheSiren Streams on Grinder. Jesus.
You'll get so many matches.
Oh dear lord.
Imagine if we're on video. I mean, I am a big bearded man with like tattoos and stuff.
Oh yeah. Mm.
Oh, come on.
You got the beard. I got the beard. Last time I saw Gil, he had the start of a beard.
Yeah, that's the
Don't
end
let
of
my
it.
Discord picture fool you. That face is just, that chin is all beard now.
Goji,
That's my
run
beard.
away. They're talking about advertising the stream on Grinder. Please run, Goji. Please go.
We got this.
Please, you're
It's
sad.
all about diversifying.
No.
Anyway,
Yeah,
D&D.
anyway, so anybody been playing that original Donkey Kong Country on your Switch recently?
What?
Donkey Kong Country got released as part of the virtual thing on Switch.
Oh, well, you get a Switch now. Wait,
Donkey Kong
aren't-
Country 2 hasn't, but the first one has.
Aren't they easier to get now? Aren't they?
The
If you
original
ignore all the
Switch?
zombies around you.
Well, like a
Ugh.
Switch in general.
Yeah, you can get like a Switch Classic, or not Classic, the mini one a lot easier.
Yeah.
That one's poopy.
And you know what? If it weren't for Smash Brothers, I wouldn't ever put my Switch in the TV. To be
Oh,
completely
no,
honest.
They're still $400.
What about Zelda though?
What about Zelda? It's so relaxing to play that in bed with the nice music and ambience.
What about the
Yeah.
I guess
Wookiees?
that's fair. That's fair. What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
What about the legs?
We-
They
it's
don't
just
need
that
that.
Mitchie, we
can't
can
afford
run.
to lose.
Mitchie, take my hand. We can just leave.
Okay, I'll
Lead you
take
to
your
the
hand. Let's
land.
We'll
run.
just go. We'll just
We should
leave.
take my hand too.
No.
Hey,
I'm
No.
Ocean Man. You take my hand.
Then his land killed him and let him go into bed.
Wait,
Can I
wait,
just
wait, wait,
die
wait,
to
wait.
something? Can I just...
You're too careful. He is a big. Mr. Speaker, we are for the big.
He's quoting this Star Wars video that got translated into Chinese and then translated back to English.
Ah.
It's
so bad.
Episode 3. The title is translated backwards. Star Wars: The Third Gathers Backstroke of the West.
Can you imagine turning that into a D&D campaign?
Backstroke of the West.
Backstroke of the West. Sounds like something
Yes.
Pineapple would agree to play in.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah, you can't deny it. She'd be there
Okay.
for it.
So
So,
Sorry.
this is
Forget it,
D&D.
forget it.
So let's talk about D&D.
thank the Lord. Yes, D&D.
I'm
So
gonna still post it in the Discord.
a recap of last week. Let me find my document real quick. Basically, last week, what happened was you made landfall on New Letchaport and were confronted by a knight and his squire. The knight was named Urios, and the squire was named Samos. And you killed the knight. The squire surrendered, and he basically told you, "Hey, I only did that because I had to, but I didn't want to fight. So I'm gonna tell you what's going on and what you need to do." And he told you about basically there is the head of what's going on in this country is supposedly a young woman named Agnes, who is in the city of Old Letchaport. He gives you directive. He tells you to go help her. And while you're in the shop with this young man, you see a Catgirl, Tabaxi kind of, named Musique, who is looking for her sister and clues about her whereabouts.
State Turbo Tabaxi.
Yes. What was that?
I'm sorry, I just said music is a Turbo Tabaxi.
Yes, that is the superior to Tabaxi. So you all decided that you would team up. Well, you decided that, and she just kind of went along with it. Although you don't actually, at no point during this did you ever discuss what she was even looking for. So I don't know if she knows, if you guys know that you're helping her find her sister in the same place you happen to be looking, or not. So my guess is you probably haven't discussed it before tonight. So you go to an inn. You decide to go to an inn, and that's where we left off.
I do like inns.
Yes.
Listen, we may not know how to help. All we know is we want to. And then Fira really wants to teach her how to stab. That's all we know at this point.
That is true. I forgot about the stabbing.
I do know how to stab, and I can teach. Why did
So-
they send me-
As an aside, you also go to. So the inn's name is black gold. You're all very tired from the trip, so you don't really pay much attention to it before you go to sleep. Do you guys do anything before you go to sleep, though?
I don't think Fury
Rob,
does. I think she
yeah.
just goes to bed.
Thing on my page.
I forgot what character I was playing, and I was gonna be like, "Oh, Trinity goes and gets a drink," but no, Colette's gonna go to her room and pray.
Trinity doesn't do anything. So,
Colette.
I have a pre-signed ability to know what your characters are doing. What does Jacques do?
I
if
think
anything?
Jacques has a nice drink and Kevin has a nice bowl of milk, and then they go up to the room and he locks the door and he makes a little cat bed in the corner for Kevin, and then they both just pass out.
And then Kevin craps all over the place because cats are lactose intolerant.
Yeah, I mean, it's
No.
fine. That's the cleaning people's, problem. They'll deal with that in the morning.
Wow, didn't know you
I'm
were
sure
a
they'll
boomer
appreciate- They'll
character.
appreciate your kindness and hospitality.
I'll probably leave an extra silver piece on the next to the bedside to cover for the cat cleaning.
All right.
Just leave it next to the mess.
Yes.
That they look down and go, oh, geez. Oh, I mean, I guess.
Or if I want to be a real jerk, I leave it on the mess.
Yeah, I mean, they have to pick it up and clean it anyway.
Oh.
That would be. I think that would classify as bordering on an evil action. So
Yeah, because
I
I'm
will
just
not
gonna
allow
leave it on the bedside table.
okay,
More like chaotic neutral.
that's still bordering on evil. So
It's rude to ask someone's alignment, so you know.
I'm not asking.
I'm telling.
Telling.
Oh no!
That is a dick move in DM culture. So
That reminds me, I should have my sheet open, huh?
You what?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you could just memorize it all.
Sheet open, I should grab my dollar thing. Korg is gonna have a mead, just like real life Bevan is cracking open a mead.
okay. So what time does Cord get to bed? I assume everybody else is pretty much in bed by now.
Ask me a question. What time did Korg go to bed?
Yeah.
And probably just midnight. He didn't stay up carousing too late.
Okay. So, as you go to bed, the storm that came at the end of the session last night has fully rolled in, and you are, or I should say, and it's a big one. There's lots of, there's trees being swayed left and right. You can hear the wind. Thunder and lightning are directly overhead with no discernible gap between them for a solid hour. At some point, assuming you're able to get any rest or assuming you weren't able to get to sleep before then, the storm passes, leaving only a light rain in its midst. But it does not seem to be, the rain does not seem to be leaving anytime soon. So, you awaken to the sound of raindrops lightly pattering on the tin roof of this fairly decent establishment. As an aside, it's a comfortable establishment, so it costs about 8 silver pieces, plus whatever you decide to tip the staff for personal reasons.
Korg always rounds to the nearest gold.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you.
My rounding is done to tips.
So, I don't think I asked you, Jacques, what time do you wake up? The Colette and Thera both wake up early, like about 6 a.m. And Korg wakes up, well, he doesn't wake up late, but he gets out late. So
I mean, if I am asked to be up earlier, I am always up. Maybe not when asked, but earlier than normal.
I think, Jacques, normally would probably get up fairly early, but after having multiple near-death experiences, he's gonna sleep in.
Oh, I
It-
understand that completely.
Yeah, he had a time, and wounds are healing, and he's gonna he's gonna sleep. He got the crap beat out of him, so it's time for a nap.
Okay. So you wake up to the smell of butter and cinnamon, and you hear the sound of crackling meat downstairs if you're particularly attentive. Overall, you can tell this isn't like an incredibly fine establishment, but it is definitely a cut above average. Well insulated, dry, there's no leaks in any of your rooms. Like I said, it smells lovely. And in fact, many of you probably won't be able to remember the last time you smelled food that smelled this good.
Or comes down the stairs a bit earlier than normal, and he's like, even Korg can tell why the kids like cinnamon toast. And I grab toast, some bacon, and some coffee.
Does Korg invent cinnamon toast crime?
I sit there with my knife and go, there's got to be a better way to eat this
It's like when you.
delicious treat.
It's like when
They
you invented
have,
the coffee mug with your tankard.
I didn't do that on
No.
purpose either. I just filled a tanker with coffee because I wanted lots of coffee.
I just love the idea of Korg randomly inventing random food stuffs along the
Mostly
way.
breakfast.
Yes.
So you can also the butter that's in the air, it smells like it's being used for cooking. This inn is well known for its delicious egg omelets, the finest perhaps in the entire kingdom, the best in the world.
Ooh.
Also, there are delicious cinnamon buns. The cinnamon is imported, as are the oranges, freshly squeezed orange juice.
Can we just stay here?
Don't leave
There's never
forever.
a
This is where we live now.
This is a really...
Yeah, right. We'll run a bar.
This is us.
The barkeep, well, he's not keeping the bar for the most part right now, but he is serving tables. He's a tall, dark-eyed man with dark hair, tan
Aw.
skin. He modestly dressed, but his beard is well trimmed and maintained. His hair is slicked back and pulled into a tail. You can tell based upon his interactions with the people around him that he's a bit quiet, but he has a warm smile. Definitely an innkeeper, very friendly and well liked by the people of the community. Back behind the counter, you can see the top of somebody's head, bright red, and a slightly high-pitched voice of somebody coming behind, lovingly giving the barkeep a hard time pretty much constantly. So.
So Mew's gonna like zoom down the stairs and get cinnamon buns.
Okay.
And she's gonna give like a thumbs up to the innkeeper.
Oh, I didn't make these. That'd be my wife.
Oh, his
And then she's
wife!
gonna panic while like eating. Like she's like has like her mouth full. It's just she's panicking, looking around to like give a thumbs up to whoever she can find.
Well, you
I
can't
like
see
to
her because
imagine-
she's behind the counter and she's a halfling.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, it's because she's a halfling that we can't see her behind the counter.
Oh my god. I'd like to imagine Colette is already down there, like, sipping tea, and she just sees this cat child running around.
Not really a child.
She's 19.
She's 19, but
That's
still,
pretty child.
she's a child. She's
How
a
old is
baby.
Colette?
20-something. Don't worry about it.
21?
Not that. I don't know. Don't worry about it.
Her like
You're like
third
those
29th
90s. You're like those
birthday.
kids that are born in '99 who give crap to kids who were born in 2000.
Don't judge Colette. She's looking out for the cat girl.
It's like I was born 3 months before 19. I was born in '89, like in October.
Hey,
So it's like, hey, I'm an
80s
80s
kid.
Excuse me.
yeah.
I was
me
also
both.
born in '89.
Yeah.
1990.
90s kids will remember this.
Look at this
Hey,
90-er.
90s kids, let's go.
Oh.
So as you sit, if you listen closely, you might hear conversation from around the room. Just an idea to give you an idea of what's going on. So there's rumors spreading about because people from far and wide have heard all the rumors of this city. Most of them aren't too bad, but some of them are. You hear whispers of the mayor being an Varian spy. Ooh. Some people, the news has gotten to the city, to this town about what happened in Janisport. So, people just kind of talking about how, oh, it's so terrible, people dying in the massacre. The way people talk about tragedies in general. They feel generally uneased, but they don't really. Didn't really impact them on more than a distant sort of way. There is also some people. This town's got. Do you guys remember the curse of Old Lechaport by any chance?
Why does it sound vaguely familiar?
Yeah, so the guy who was pulling you into port didn't want to pull you directly into the city because it's cursed.
Yes, I do remember him saying that.
People don't really know why, or most people don't really know why if they're not from the area. But supposedly about 100 years ago, there was a massacre involving a being of smoke and shadow. It razed the town to the ground, and it kidnapped many children as well. Many died, and the survivors came to found this town. It was about 100 years ago, but supposedly on the winter solstice every year, that you can hear the winged beast roar as it searches for new prey. It is late. It is in the middle of autumn right now, for perspective. So that's why people are talking about it. They're worried because every year it has expanded its borders a little bit, gotten farther from the nucleus of the attack.
Interesting. Let's see. So is pretty much. I would say at this point in the day, fear is also down and around. I think everybody is like up.
Yeah.
Okay. So friends, would we like to plan or discuss maybe where our next move is? And also to you, little one, if you need any more dagger lessons, I can definitely supply that.
She looks over mouthful of cinnamon like, uh-huh.
right now, Korg is currently still sitting over at the bar. He looks like it's like a very tragic juxtaposition of Korg himself, but with like a plate of cinnamon buns and a cup of coffee. But I'll, when everybody does get seated together, I will get up and come over, but I'll still keep the big piling plate of cinnamon buns.
Hmm. Do you share these cinnamon buns?
I mean,
Thank you so much
he's
for the
not
follow.
like Joey levels.
Sorry,
that
I don't
share
usually
food.
talk during D&D, but thank
I
you.
don't offer the cinnamon buns, but I don't do more than give you a look when you grab a cinnamon bun.
So like I reach for one, you give me a look, and I'm just like,
But I don't give you like a I'm gonna kill you look. I just look at you like they're stealing my cinnamon buns.
well, I get up and go get my own.
Fear,
and
just
a
take
muffin
one.
and a big cup of coffee. Probably the second one.
It's like all I'm saying is I went through the effort of hunting down this plate of cinnamon buns for Korg.
You're like that guy at a continental breakfast that like
Exactly.
really scoped out what he could before everything was taken.
So anyway, me and Kevin are both eating cinnamon buns. Just kind of listening to y'all, looking back and forth.
Fira takes one, and just says, "Mushtakaram," and thank you, Kark.
Colette is going to be polite and not take one. She already has her own pastry and tea. But they do look very good.
Miu's gonna see Colette like eyeing the cinnamon buns, and she's gonna like just slide over like one of hers.
Colette's eyes light up. And if you ever give Colette like a sweet, she instantly just Colette's like she says thank you, but her eyes are like, I would die for you.
Crying. You're like, no one's ever done anything so nice for me.
Colette's had a rough life, okay?
And like Korg and Fear are like, we have both clearly saved your life already.
But you didn't give her sweets.
Oh, that's the line. Eh?
That's the line.
Yeah, but Miu was like just like watching. Is like, I think she wants some. It's like just slowly slides it over, like really awkwardly. But when she's done eating, she's like, so what exactly are you guys up to?
Well,
we were going
how do we
to
describe it?
Old Janisport?
Lechaport, right?
Lechaport, right? Sorry, I got hit.
Someone's
really
bad
hard
at
on the head
directions.
yesterday.
Can't imagine.
You did get hurt quite a lot.
Yes.
Oh, Colette, if you'd like to navigate us, that
No.
you
No,
sure?
No,
You wanted
I'm
very good
sure.
direction.
You guys are doing great. And then Colette just goes back to sipping her tea.
We were trying to gather some more information. The good squire boy pointed us in a direction, and then you came along, and well, we're all a bunch of strays. So
Oh.
got one more stray to help out.
Oh, question. Would Mew know where Old Lechaport is? 'Cause she grew up like in the
I
area.
think we know. Yeah,
like,
she would
any
probably be
direction?
familiar enough with the area, but not familiar enough to where she wouldn't need a map. She's probably never been there.
Okay. Okay, so she's just gonna look at everyone and be like, that place is like a no-go zone, right? Like, no one goes there.
Yes.
except for us.
Unfortunately.
Oh, okay. But like, why do you want to go there? And you know, I'm just curious because I need to find my sister, and I just want to make sure that like I'm not gonna make you guys go out of your way or anything. Like you guys all seem really nice. But a kitty's got to do what a kitty's got to do.
And what, pray tell, does a kitty need to do?
Well, they need a box, and
Don't be
I-
rude to
I'm
our
not that kind of
guests.
kitty.
I forgot the box
I
last night.
swear.
It was really
Wait.
embarrassing. Look, Kevin feels really bad about it.
Org wants to, in a way that isn't gonna have them notice I'm doing it, take my fork, because it's early in the morning. Not of my fork, my knife, and the sun is shining in, and like move the dot of light that is reflecting off my fork back and forth to see if I distract you. And I'll just do a sleight of hand check on that bad boy.
Speaking of,
It's only a 13.
So Mew's not gonna be completely distracted, but her eyes are definitely gonna be following.
Did Korg just invent the laser pointer? Are you just
Hey,
inventing things?
No, this is just something Korg has experienced before, and I'm just gonna, when I notice that your eyes are following around, I'll be like, and just take another sip of coffee and bite into another cinnamon bun.
Korg is such a dad.
She's like, I'm not a cat, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
I think Kevin would be all over that, by the way.
She's just following with her eyes.
Like you're trying to talk, but your eyes are moving, and every once in a while you drag on what you're saying and then get back into it.
Yes. Like she's still participating perfectly fine. She's just like, what is this? Why is this happening? What is?
So anyway.
So speaking of cats, actually, you guys actually notice this morning there is a bright kind of like red and golden cat that is walking across Fira's shoulders. I'm gonna say this morning I ritually casted Find Familiar to change Syndra's form to a cat form instead of an eagle. Syndra's just gonna kind of poke around Mew's face, kind of sniff, and then also jumps at the light down the ground. And then after like a little bit, like sees the other cat playing around with it, gets disinterested, and then climbs back on my shoulder.
Ooh, well that's new.
Yes, he prefers to be an eagle, but it can be other things. And I thought, in the spirit of our new friend, why not?
We all have cats now.
Is
I
that-
have a cat.
Is
Is
that
it-
racist?
Colette has a cat.
Colette has a cat. Korg, we need to get you a cat, or are you sharing with Colette?
Do I have a
I-
cat?
Yes, you have a. Can we just like kind of like grab you?
Gesture.
Mew's not paying attention by that point. She's too busy staring at the light.
Colette just giggles into her tea.
Like she's totally not paying attention anymore. She's just staring at this light.
Is it safe to pet, or is the fire, a thing?
Oh, my cat?
Yes.
No, you can go ahead. He's not as hot as I am.
Oh, okay. Colette just like reaches out like the back of her hand.
Just kind of comes up and sniffs it, and then like nuzzles into it. Very, very soft.
Colette also gives it the look it gave Mew. She gave Mew basically the "I would die for you" look.
I think he'll like sit in your lap.
Frick yeah.
So,
Can we just have a campaign
you-
with cats?
I think that's what we're doing now.
I apologize.
No,
I did this.
don't. It's beautiful. I
No,
love
no,
it.
Okay, me and Autumn have familiars. That's the problem. So you're a sister. Do you have any leads or any idea of where she might be?
Well, and then she kind of like leans in, and like looks around to make sure if anyone's like listening. She's like, well, she joined the Vanguard and started to kind of change. And now, I don't know where she is, but it's got to have something to do with them. But everyone's telling me that I'm wrong, that it's an accident. But I'm telling you, there's something fishy.
Hmm.
An accident.
What kind of accident?
They didn't specify. They just said it's an accident and she's missing, and they'll let us know.
Like she was in an accident, or?
That's all they told us. And everyone
know-
loves the Vanguard. So who's gonna question?
Didn't we kill Vanguard yesterday?
Oh.
They didn't make a very big puzzle
yeah.
about. That's not important right now. So, okay. Do you know where she was when this accident supposedly happened? Roughly?
No, just that she was doing something with them.
Do you know where their base or headquarters or anything like that might be?
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out.
Okay, so we need to do a
I-
bit of research then, eh? Investigation?
Yes.
Is there a local library or?
Well, would our little squire boy know anything?
Oh, probably.
The squire? Is he, was there a knight with him by any chance, or just him?
Emphasis on was.
Was yes was.
There was a knight.
Well,
Did
the
you-
knight does stuff for the Vanguard. And,
Oh no.
If they're alive, they do.
Oh, okay. Well,
Are
the
you-
squire should know something, based
We
on...
can- We can definitely ask him.
We should.
Okay.
I
Where
don't
did-
think any of us speak with the knight anymore.
Well, the knight was a kind of fishy person, but
You know, he's kind of a burnt person.
Oh.
He's-
Anyway, yes, we should talk with the other person that is not the knight. I agree.
It's fine. He paid for these cinnamon buns.
Colette's basically trying to impress the new person and like cover the cursed of the party, and it's not working.
It's a lot of curse.
It's a lot of
right.
cursed.
Yeah. All right. Well, we should probably go find him.
Yeah, let's head back that way.
Yes, I agree. We should leave this conversation and go look.
No, we can continue talking about it.
No, we don't want to bore Mew with anything.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure, man I saved with healing.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes
that-
I forget she can do that.
Yeah, it was like I phased back into consciousness and then immediately back out. And then back-
Have you tried standing at the back?
You
It
know,
works great for me.
I'm planning that in the future. It was just all of a sudden, I was walking down the street and then there was a man with a sword shouting, and I was like, "Well, this is unfortunate." And then that's the last thing I remember. And then there was a lot of blood, and I think most of it was mine.
Well, I punched that guy's head off.
I know. It was so
Anyway.
nice making you massive. I've never gotten to use that spell on somebody.
I appreciate it. I think most of my important parts are back this morning. Is this spleen important?
Mew's just staring at them like, what the heck happened?
Are you sure you? You know, let's walk and talk. We can tell you on the walk over.
Oh,
Yeah,
joy.
We'll fill you in on all the details of our yesterday.
Yeah.
All the details.
I'm gonna lose my cinnamon bun provider. Great.
I lost a breakfast pastry yesterday
Oh,
too. I
gosh.
had to buy another one. I think I must
Man,
have hurt my spleen.
Like, if only you could just get up and walk to the counter and get your own cinnamon buns.
Excuse me. They don't taste as good when you have to work.
Oh. Oh.
Cinder's gonna climb up on Korg's head and kind of plop on top of his head.
Ignore it and keep eating my cinnamon buns and keep drinking my coffee.
So shall
As
we
if
walk?
the familiar isn't there.
Yes, let's go, I suppose.
All right, let's go track down our squire.
Okay, so how do you plan to find him?
Well, I was just gonna head back towards the blacksmith place that
Yeah, I
we
was
were
gonna
at
say,
the
it's
night
like-
before.
Always return to the scene of, I guess not the crime in this case, but
Yes, because
Wouldn't you know where he would be?
there were no crimes.
Like, have an idea?
Me?
No, like, would Mew know? Like, have an idea of like where he might be?
I would, yes.
with
Mew.
an M.
Oh, would Mew? Would Mew have an idea?
I do like the concept though. Like, do you as the DM know where the NPC is?
Omnipotent creator god, do you know where this person is? Would you?
You
Oh,
probably would not know where she is. No.
Okay.
No, because yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that was very stupid.
No, no, no. I
Who's on
realized
first,
how.
teeth whitener?
I-
Hey, you literally. I was just sitting there, my head's like, I should say who's on first.
Oh.
That'd be a funny joke. And then as my brain was comprehending the joke, you just went, who's on first?
Yeah, I got you. You gotta be quicker.
Oh. Right. So we ask around where we can find him.
Okay. Ask around town or in the inn or what?
Walk around. Have you seen this man?
Actually, Mew,
Yes.
would you go ask the guard? We probably shouldn't do
Be
that.
seen.
Yeah.
For no reason at all. Just, be an independent lady. Huh?
I am
Okay.
orc man with a cat on my head. I am so inconspicuous. It's inconspicuous as fuck.
Exactly.
Can I just have Kevin land on Korg's right shoulder?
See, Korg's like the moment I acknowledge them is the moment they'll leave.
True.
So he's
that's-
just ignoring them on purpose.
So Mew's gonna kind of prance to ask where the squire might be.
Mm.
You ask. I assume you ask a watchman, and he says he has not seen him today.
She's gonna ask where was the last place that he was seen.
Last place this guard saw him was in the town. Was in the merchant district during the incident.
Oh. Okay.
The incident, huh?
Mew's gonna thank him and prance back to the group.
I'm imagining what this prance looks like.
Oh, give me time.
Do you skip? No.
But like as a cat girl.
Is that your brand? Is that your freaking brand?
Obviously, they'll be on 2 legs. That's pretty much what it would be like.
Yeah, 2-leg magic cat.
I love it so much.
That's beautiful.
Okay, guys, they don't know nothing.
She just presses back and she's like, last place he was seen was over in the merchant area. Apparently there was an incident. Oh right, the incident. So probably the blacksmith is the last place he was seen.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Let's maybe we'll go back to the blacksmith then.
Yeah, Fira, maybe we'll go back to the blacksmith then. Yeah, of course. All right, let's go.
All right.
Cork's coffee's kicking in, so he's getting a little sassy.
Colette's just shaking her head, looking at the road as she walks, like, oh my god, these people.
Yeah, the pile of cat ahead of you.
Oh god.
I wonder, could Cork carry Mew? Could Mew just be on Cork's other shoulder?
I'm pretty sure Korg, with his 17 strength, could carry Mew.
I want to see this. Now I want fan art of this.
He just flexes his left arm and then is like, "Come on, come on."
She like kind of shifty eyes and is like,
You don't have to. You don't have to do it.
She like climbs on thinking this is like some kind of foreign tradition or something.
And
Colette
we
acts
go.
even more like she doesn't know that.
Yeah, no. Colette, freaking, you blush because you're jealous. You turn an even deeper phase of purple.
No, she doesn't. No.
Yeah. He kinda, like,
She
looks
is
back at
embarrassed
you as he
because people
walks
are
forward.
probably staring at the party. She is probably blushing.
Oh.
I think Autumn, it's Jacon?
Jacques.
Jacques. Okay, it's just Jacques. I think Fear would link arms with Jacques and drag Colette into it. So shall we continue down?
Oh, yes. Let us go. Colette, are you okay?
I'm perfectly fine. Yes, let's go and stay undercover. Yes, perfect.
Yes, undercover. Yes.
How many disadvantages do I get to try to roll a stealth check while carrying 2 cat familiars and a cat person?
I'm gonna sit. Well, I mean, there's only one disadvantage. So, are you trying to get away stealthily, or?
No, I'm just trying to blend in, man.
As
Just
a
an
cat
average-
tree. Yes.
Just an
I'm gonna
average
say
6'5",
you're-
350.
if you're trying to blend in,
green
I don't
man
think there's
covered in
any.
cat.
You would have to, like.
I know,
change
I'm
it.
kidding.
Okay. Change your entire shape.
You know, just a couple of bros being bros.
Yeah. Pros being pros.
Mew's looking at everyone and she's like, wait, did you guys want to like blend in?
Did you guys want to ride too?
No, like she's
Speaking of
like...
cats, hold on, be right back.
Screeches.
But yeah, so she's like wondering, she's like, did you guys like want to blend in? Like, and so she like takes like this like flower crown out of her bag and puts it on top of puts it on top of Korg's head, and then like pulls out her lute and just starts playing, so it looks kind of like it's like a performance situation.
So good.
Are we not trying to be hidden anymore?
No, we are. No one will just see through this wonderful disguise.
Okay, all right. I'll trust all of you. I've just been in the temple my whole life, but if you say this is what works.
You see, Kevin has put like both of his paws up to his face. I was just like,
So I think I missed something. What exactly are you guys trying to do?
I don't know anymore.
I think we're going to
Mew's
blacksmith,
trying to
aren't we?
make it look like as if her and Korg are like performers, which is like not far fetched for her.
Oh, now I kind of want fan art of them like dancing.
Like
Or
it's
just
not
still just like walking as if like nothing's happening.
like
Just
she's
with
grown up
flowers on my
here.
head.
Yeah, like she's grown up here, so it's like not far fetched for people in town to be like, oh, she's up to something again. You know?
yeah, oh yeah,
Just
the,
troubadours.
yeah,
I think we're going to the blacksmith, though, right? That we went to the previous night. That was
Yeah.
our destination.
yeah.
Yes.
Do you happen to know prestidigitation, mouse or meow,
Mew.
mew?
Mal.
Mao.
Actually, yes.
Good, because when we walk through this door, you better make it fancy. It's like 9:30 a.m. and then the two of us walk through the door, and you're like, fireworks, and he's like, sir, this is a Denny's. Like kind of attitude when he's like, this is a blacksmith shop. What are you doing?
I'm
Oh,
down.
God. Are
Oh
you
boy, do I
dabbing?
have some news for you.
No, well, okay, you know what? It wouldn't be too far fetched of her to not.
Oh my god.
Okay. So you head to the blacksmith, and people think you're a bunch of weirdos.
Yep.
Yeah, fair.
Yay! Colette is thoroughly embarrassed and flustered. Great.
Well, look, as long as we tricked them into only thinking we're a bunch of weirdos, I think.
Yeah, right.
For simplicity's sake, we'll just say that they don't suspect you of anything. So you go to the blacksmith. His name is Denny.
This is Denny.
His name is Denny. His the previous owner's name was Johnny. And his
Oh my
the
God,
previous
thank you so
owner's
much for the
partner's
raid.
name was Mark.
Sorry, I usually don't talk during D&D. Y'all check out Tupaculus. He's awesome. Okay, I'm muting myself. Thank you.
Hello there. Be like,
Hello.
here's the door, and it's like,
Hello. How are you today?
I'm
Said a nondescript man whose appearance I can't recall.
I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking. So I had a curious question. Were you? Is this the same person from last night?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm just double checking. So if you recall, we popped by on the last eve, and we were looking for the gentleman that was in here. We just had one last little question we needed to ask him. We're just helping out a little friend, and we think he might have some helpful information.
Well, I can't say I know where he is. He generally keeps to himself, and I'm not sure where he went or even where he lives.
Well, okay. Alternative question: Are you familiar with the Vanguard?
I've heard the name, and I'm familiar with the knight who lived here before. I've heard he ran into some trouble yesterday.
In
Not
these
sure.
parts? Oh, the world is getting dangerous by the day.
That whoever dealt with him was really cool.
So anyway,
that sword. Interesting coincidence that an Advarian sword turned up in my shop. Didn't even know about that business last night. Only heard about it this morning.
It's, buyer beware.
You know, a wise man once told me, you forget 1,000 things every day. Why not make that one of them? More importantly, if someone were to... You said that man lived here, yeah?
Didn't really live here so much as he was taking up residence. The people here, he performed wonders and all kinds of glorious things on the people's behalf. He was beloved here, so can't see, or so some people just let him stay with them. I assume that the squire stayed with his master, but I have no idea. I didn't ask.
Trying to figure out. Maybe there's a way that we're just looking to ask a couple questions around, find out, maybe even join the vanguard. There's a lot of irons in the fire, if you will.
Join the vanguard, eh? Not sure that's a great idea.
I'm trying to get more information about them before, we have a very young, impressionable friend over here, and so trying to give all the information before she makes a full decision. And she actually nods at Colette instead of me.
Yes. I wish to help with my healing abilities and protect the others. You can't post that picture in the Discord while I'm talking. Freaking.
I think you waited for that moment.
No.
To be honest, I'm pretty sure you waited.
But yeah, Colette just runs with it.
It's a pair. It's perfect.
Oh god.
I'm sorry.
It's like the
I'm
Kim
sorry I
K
ruined
butt photo
I'm
shoot
sorry I
thing.
ruined your game, Teeth Whitener.
He knew who he invited to be here. He knew.
Look, if Corinne married him, he's got to be a bit of a weirdo.
Oh god. But yeah, Colette just rolls with it.
It sounds like it.
Listen. And
From what it
Colette can
sounds like-
roll a persuasion thing too.
Well, I think that would be deception, my friend.
Well, you know what I mean.
Unless you're really planning on joining the Vanguard, in which
No,
case
she's
you're telling the truth.
telling a half truth. She does want to help heal. So really, haha.
I'm still gonna say it's deception. If you're trying to deceive
Yeah,
the guy.
she's deceiving. She'll roll.
Okay.
You still add your charisma to that, right?
Yeah.
Cause she got that high score though. Okay. Ah.
Oh.
Did you hear the dice? Sorry.
Yeah.
Dice ASMR. Ooh, 19! Pew, pew,
Okay. He doesn't really believe you, but he's not terribly convinced that he needs to get involved, so he just lets it slide.
pew. Okay.
I mean, you had a tough sell there.
Okay, well.
Randos showing up into town trying to convince somebody that they actually wanted to join a paramilitary group.
How well did you clean off your armor last night, too? It could still be very bloody.
Colette is very clean. She would not sleep in bloodied armor. She is a
Well,
lady.
if you slept in your armor, more power to you.
No.
If you
I mean,
can
you're gonna
sleep
let
on
him
armor.
burn it off.
Oh god.
If you sleep with your armor, you just don't. You only get like half of your stuff back.
No, she doesn't sleep with her armor. I'm just saying she cleaned it.
Regardless, so yeah, he just doesn't press the issue. He's not convinced you're bad folk, so he doesn't care.
Well,
But he's not sure you're trustworthy because you tried to lie to him.
right. Well, I guess if we don't have anything else, any other business here, we can be on our way.
Okay, and stay safe. Dangerous times. Storm's
Yes,
coming.
ma'am. It's true. As soon as we step outside, I'm just gonna kind of look at everybody. Do we have any idea of anyone we could ask around? Or, I mean, because this brought up like nothing to find this squire, or anybody else that could add information on this vanguard, because I feel like we need to find them to be able to find your sister.
Mew was
Night
so into hanging
Manor?
out with Korg that she's like, oh, right.
We could go to the Knight's Manor. Like, we knew this guy was his squire. He probably lived nearby. I mean, it might not be the best look to just walk right up to the house of the guy we killed, but it might be, a good lead.
So you overhear in the street outside of the guy's house or his shop that there is a there have been large waves of people coming through town in the last hour or so, heading north from the south. Well, from the south, let me look at the geography, I forget. From heading to the east, to the north from the east. They came in through the east. They've been coming in sporadically over the past several hours.
Well, let's head east.
Yeah. Strange folk coming up through town. Ugh. I thought I could have seen somebody that used to live in these parts. Don't know why they came back after so many months away. I don't trust those folk. Look like vanguard. No low lives to me.
Hmm?
Our man walking the dang old town doing dang old who knows what.
Dang on, boom, hair, dang on, boom, 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 boom.
Is this a King of the Hill campaign now? Like,
No, it's not King of the Hill campaign.
Oh.
God damn it, Bobby.
Or it's just doing this until Lenore comes back.
Overhear this.
Yeah, you overhear all of this. It's pretty. They're not trying to keep it secret because it's not a secret.
Do these people look like Vanguard people? The ones,
Yeah. So are you talking to these guys that are coming by, or are you talking to yourselves?
Kind of look at Jacques. Huh?
Eh?
Yeah. Just kind of step over. Hello. Good afternoon, friend. And Fear's gonna cast friends on one of them.
Jesus. You're just
This is
breaking
what the
out the
wizard does.
You're just breaking out the
I'm
magical
gonna have
rupees.
to. I'm
It's
gonna have to
first
get you
thing
to
in the morning.
re-roll your wisdom stats. It's generally not a good idea, but okay.
did you just diss Gil and say
No.
you need to reroll your wisdom?
I'm saying that this is probably a bad idea. Just casting
What's
spells on randos.
It'd be like if you
wisdom and Gil's
Somebody,
wisdom are totally
what is
different.
like Fira's wisdom is 13.
13.
Probably wouldn't be doing that with a 13 wisdom.
Although
Gil
Colette
just
has
Just
a
walking up
very
and
high
pouring
wisdom.
friendship potions into people's mugs, like, "Oh, good morning, friend. What are you doing? Nothing. Just pouring this into your here. Drink it."
I mean,
Okay, so
I usually cast
you
friends
cast
on a
friends
place
on
and
them. What do you want to
they're
know?
4 minutes.
Hello. I am just stumbling about right now. I've heard there's a nasty group around these parts called the Vanguard. Like she says it very under her breath, kind of like quiet, like conspiratorial. And I've heard they've even kind of rustled away and made some accidents happen to some people that are important to me. And I'm trying to find them. Said important person is very important. I'd really like to get them back out of the clutches of such a kind of nefarious group.
Well, can't say I know exactly where they operate out of. Somewhere to the south. That's my guess. But they're coming from the east because that's the main road. You're not from around these parts, are you?
No, I'm a traveler. So they have to come around east so they can come to the main road. Would you believe they're from the south? That's very helpful. And here, I have this for you. And I give him a gold coin in case you have a headache in 45 seconds. And then I wish you a good day, and I just keep walking and kind of shuffle everyone away with me. Just walk down the road, maybe take a turn.
What did you do?
I made him more acquiesceable to my questions. Is that not how? I'm used to being kind of alone and like just getting what I need from an area and then moving along. Is that not
Wait.
that bad? Or-
Did you use that on me?
No.
Are you using that on me right now?
No. You would know if I used it
I
on you.
wouldn't-
He's going to know in about 15 seconds, so we'll continue walking.
Oh, we need to go. Okay, all right.
Would I know if you kept using it on me?
You would know.
I would know.
Just come along, I swear.
Very concerned now.
I mean, would you like me to do it on you so you would then know how it feels when you know?
Sure.
She'll cast friends on shock. And basically you just feel a little bit more friendly. Like if I were to try to ask you something, you'd be a little able to it, a little less hostile to me. And then after a minute,
What?
you're like,
Ask him
Wait
something
a second.
embarrassing.
cast a spell. What's embarrassing? Not really much embarrassing. You ask him. Wait, I'm supposed to ask him. What's something embarrassing?
Ask him something embarrassing from his childhood.
Something embarrassing from your childhood.
Yes,
Oh.
Do that.
My
you
child.
did a good job. Yes.
Well.
Like the
I've
minute
been-
ends right then.
He like starts
Right.
telling this really long story, and then
Yeah, there's this one time. So I was in the garden with my sister, and anyway, she was working in the garden, and then there was this. Wait a minute. Why
oh
am I
gosh,
telling you
dang
this?
it! It was getting so good.
So, see, there you go. Now you know. Now you understand how it feels. See?
Does Korg have a T-shirt?
I have a vest and then a trench coat.
Okay, Mew's gonna tug on it and then just stare it up at stare at him and be like, is this normal?
I mean, kind of.
Oh, okay.
It hasn't happened to me yet, though, because it wouldn't work on me. It hasn't happened on me, right?
No, you would know. Just like him, you would know. There's a very distinct feeling.
I almost told you about the thing in the garden with the. Oh, anyway.
It doesn't. Gross.
Yeah, no, it's fine. No. Anyway, where were we going?
You were headed to the east, I believe, but that's just a guess for me.
Yeah. We're gonna follow that road around, maybe down to the south, if that's the road they feel they use.
Okay. So all your dicking around took about until 12. Figure all the stuff out. So it is now noon.
We like to be
Light
warm.
rain, but not terrible rain. Not sure if that impairs your movement at all, honestly.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, but it is. Let's just say you all would rather have decided to do this another day. It is raining it is raining and nasty. The roads are in the process of being formally paved so that they last longer, but most of them are still dirt. So as you trudge through the mud, your boots sink in, plopping of your boots constantly of your shoes is a constant reminder of the misery you're experiencing, and you are soaked from head to toe. There
There are
is
a lot of people. Oop, you
yes,
go ahead.
there is a lot of your socks are wet too.
Aw.
Oh, this is awful. I hate this.
Fear's just gonna kind of warm her whole body up because she's half fire elemental and she can produce flame at will.
All right.
You wear sandals.
Colette suffers.
Did you
Stop.
bring any food by any chance?
Oh.
a
I
You
have
have
one
a
and a half.
leftover cinnamon roll.
Yeah, I have one and a half
Sure, I
cinnamon.
have a
roll.
pastry.
Nope, half a
In my
cinnamon roll
purse.
now.
Oh, and tea. I have those tea bags.
Did we? I thought. Did we not? I don't remember because it's hard. Because I
Did
forget
you not
we,
what?
Do we buy rations in the town, Janisport,
Nope.
before we left?
Did we pick up our
No.
boba?
No.
No, there wasn't boba there.
Colette
'cause they
has tea from the stripper place. That she
Yes.
bought.
You left town. You didn't buy anything. So
I have a pastry as well if we need to divide it.
All right, who's good at hunting? I mean, I can hunt, but
I mean,
I can try.
I can scout.
I can pray to the great Lucius to feed us all.
Yeah. So and
So,
and
yeah.
other
are we
useful
actually out
abilities.
of town though?
I mean, that's up to you guys. I have no idea what you're doing.
I'll say like if it's okay with you that maybe we popped in and grabbed some like just simple travel rations like days
That's
worth.
fine with me. I'm not gonna be a dick.
Vera would buy a week's worth of rations for herself.
How
Cord
much
was
is
smart,
that?
and he's got a Dungeoneer's pack, so I already have 10 days worth of rations. But I'm not going to tell you guys. While you're sitting there going,
You would
we
just
need
let us
rations.
suffer.
You're just seeing Cord like eating some dried sausage, and I'm like, what?
It's the cinnamon buns all over again.
You guys not plan ahead? Korg has also had already taken off his boots and socks so that they'd stay dry while we're marching, and I'm like, what? Just because I've never left the city doesn't mean I don't know how to, be.
Colette does not know how to rough it, so I won't say she did that. But I would like to think she has rations from the temple.
I'm just gonna. You can have however much you want, but within reason. Don't say like, oh, I brought 3 weeks worth of rations or something.
No,
like that.
no.
I don't know where. I have no idea where you use that crap. So, I'm just gonna say, so like a week's worth of. I'm trying to figure out like how much that would cost since you had to buy it. I don't know where that is in the player's handbook. Just give me an idea of how much you owe.
Yeah, I'd probably need to pick up a week's 10 days worth of rations. 10 days seems correct.
It doesn't say anywhere. It's just like like lifestyle expenses and how much food you're getting. Like how much that would cost per day. I'm guessing I'm just gonna use meals as an idea. So so squalid living costs 3 copper a day. I'm gonna say that that's not sustainable for a trip. So modest or higher is necessary probably to sustain you, just realistically speaking. And modest is 3 silver pieces a day. So depending on how much you spend,
I'd say like a week, you know?
a week. Well, if you want to get modest, that's fine. If you want to get aristocratic, that's 3 silver pieces a day. 2 GP a day, actually.
Oh,
So,
2 GP a day?
yeah.
Oh, I
You
thought
wanna
I
live-
had
if you
money,
wanna live
but
like-
no.
You want to
That's probably
live
what
like
Psyche
While you guys figure out what kind
Yeah.
of beef jerky you want to eat, I'm gonna go get a drink.
Yeah, you know what? Let's get 10 days of aristocratic rations.
Yeah, let's
I'm
just
gonna-
waste 20 gold on food on them. That
I
makes
just
sense. 20
did.
gold?
Yep,
No!
I just did.
you
it is
didn't.
oh,
You're doing this
Yeah.
because you know your character's gonna die
Dude, that's-
eventually.
How many days did you say?
10 days.
That's 20 gold.
Yep,
Take it off your ledger. I don't know how much
I
money you
did.
have.
I have less than 50 gold now.
Great.
Colette is going to go modest, not aristocratic.
Modest,
much
3
for
silver
10 days?
pieces. For 10 days,
30?
30 for 3 gold.
3 gold, okay.
Imagine not having tea and scones with your rations.
I can rough it as well. Rude.
Ah. Do you have clotted cream, though?
I wish I did.
Yes,
For
you
some reason,
do.
I don't-
Yes, you do.
You can't tell
Did you
Colette's
guys
crying
actually
because it's
spend all
raining.
that money on those freaking rations?
Oh.
Don't worry about
So
it.
you guys are all sitting there with like iced loaves, and Korg is like with trail rations, so he's like, I got beef jerky.
I'm like,
dry
I have
nuts.
He's a simple man. He'll enjoy his meals when he actually has a chance to enjoy
I
them.
have 10 bottles of red wine. They're not that old.
Oh,
only
do you
about
need
5
help
years.
carrying any?
It is
What?
kind of
No,
in
oh,
character
no.
for him because he is
He
noble.
is.
Mhm. Yeah, and I'm not good with money, and I have a bunch. And it's your
If
everybody's
you need
buying
help
food.
carrying anything, let me know.
Oh,
Well, now
Well,
that'd be
I-
interesting to see.
well, here, why not? And I just hand her just like, let's see, how much does a day of aristocratic rations weigh? Because you know you got the bottle of wine and you
No
got
idea.
breakfast, lunch,
Colette
dinner.
has 9
so-
strength.
I'm gonna say with the bottle of wine itself is gonna weigh like 2 pounds. So
Right, so probably like, and you're gonna have meat for at least one meal. So probably like 5 pounds. So I just at least 5 pounds. Nah, probably closer to like 8 pounds a day. So yeah, I just hand Colette like an 80-pound knapsack. It's like,
okay.
yeah, thank you so much. Kevin gets heavy sometimes, so this is a big help.
Colette is struggling. She thought she would just hold
Looking
him
there
down.
on like my handful of dried nuts, like,
Colette's like sinking in the mud a little. She's like, Korg, don't you laugh at me.
Wow, I feel so much lighter without that.
Colette's now gonna drink every single thing she can just to get back in.
Oh, you're gonna have how many bottles of wine?
This is Trinity's origin story.
Well, it's your carry capacity is 15 times your strength, which I'm pretty sure is a
9 times 50.
negative. So I don't know how much your armor weighs, but it's not light. So
Oh no! Okay, Colette probably like stumbles and sits down.
Someone's over
I don't know
encumbered.
what
Do you
armor
have-
you're wearing. I think you can only wear like scale armor, right?
Yeah.
I need about 9 strength. Jesus.
Yeah, her strength is terrible.
Colette's very huffy. She like her hair out, her like wet hair out of her eyes. Excuse me, I didn't agree to carry everything.
Oh, so rude of me. I apologize. I'll just take the whole bag back.
Well, I can take 1 or 2
Yeah, you can
bottles.
only wear ring mail.
I
It weighs
can-
40 pounds. So
Oh.
Yeah, you
40
carry, like,
pounds plus 80
135.
pounds plus whatever else you're carrying is 120 pounds.
Oh,
That's a lot. That's a lot to be
Oh
carrying.
no, Colette!
And this is almost your max.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's usually not something people have to think too much about, but
Colette will offer to carry 1 bottle.
Oh no, you
Oh,
seem
it's
so burdened.
Ivy
now.
is 15 times strength.
Mhm.
I-
So,
Yeah,
I
Peter
mean,
can carry 150 pounds.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
but isn't
15
Fira so
times
strong?
9 is okay.
Kevin can manage on his own. He doesn't have
How kind
to
of
generate.
you.
Kevin just gives me a slightly resentful look.
Colette gets up out of the mud and she is grumpy.
Oh, you've mussed your clothes. How?
Oh, it's fine.
No.
The rain will get it. It's fine.
No. It's the least I can do. I cast prestidigitation. Just
Oh, I didn't
You're
know
gonna
you
have
could
to
do
cast
that.
it like 6 times, but it's a free cast.
yeah. I just keep being like, oh god, there's another, and in your cheek, and your hair is actually a
Yes,
little
please
bit
help, please.
hue and art. Your
So it's
horns
12:30.
wait, no, we don't touch the horns, right? It's
Don't touch the
12:30
horn.
p.m.
What?
um.
PM, yes.
Is it still raining?
It's not gonna stop raining.
Okay.
Gotta keep raining, guys.
Let's kind of scooch everybody along. All right, we have
Yep.
our food now, our egregiously overpriced food. Well, I didn't pay for it, so we continue eastward down the path, and we're gonna try to do some tracking in this beautiful rain. Yeah, and you also honestly, like when they get out of town, like because Fear didn't want to be too inconspicuous, like she's basically glowing because she's constantly just keeping a little bit of a heat charge.
I'm gonna slowly and inconspicuously, every step I take is gonna be a little smaller till I'm like right next to Fira.
You're stealing her warmth. I see what you're doing.
I really want to put my boots back on now.
Mm-hmm.
Now that there's not a road, I want to put my boots back on.
Mm-hmm.
So, what pace are you guys taking?
Probably
Oh, sheesh.
regular. I don't think we try to speed through this.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not gonna do a forced march. Come on, everyone.
No.
Everyone.
Colette does not do
So you
hiking
will
in the
travel about-
forest. No.
Miu's just humming to herself, braiding her hair. She's just walking with everyone.
So Mew's okay with the water.
How much? What of your hair are you braiding? Like the hair on your head or the hair on your forearm?
No, because
Are you just
she
like
looks like
walking there and French
she
braiding
looks
your
like
arm?
she looks like a person, but she has a tail and
She's a
cat
Catgirl
ears.
tabaxi, not a real D&D
Oh.
tabaxi.
So she's braiding her hair that's on her head.
Colette is gonna look over at Mew and be like, How are you so calm through all this drudgery?
Miu just looks over and she's just like, "'Cause this is all I can, dude." She just
Oh.
keeps walking.
Wow, how
Colette's just
fatalistic.
kind of hit with a lot of wisdom all at once from this cat person, and she just goes,
So, you follow the road through the rain. It's well paved, not very populated by travelers because nobody wants to travel in this rain. There's also you've heard that there is a decrease in now for whatever reason, but you don't really know. You guys don't really know why. You just heard stories. So as you travel, you take in the scenery. It's pleasant, not really anything out of the ordinary or fantastical. There's some trees, some fauna, some flora. You see a few squirrels scurrying up the tree and down the tree as you walk, but it doesn't raise your spirits one bit. So,
It is moist.
Thanks for saying it doesn't raise our spirits. Thanks.
well, would it?
No, but still.
I'm half tempted. Gil wants to firebolt the squirrel to try to get some food,
No!
but Fear would not do that. So
Good.
just continues marching along.
I
And
feel
I'm
like
not,
it's
it's
a blessing.
not an evil action because they're just
Yeah.
squirrels, but you know,
Mm.
I'll give an F about squirrels.
Teeth, I feel
Oh,
like
it's
it's a
just
blessing
over.
we're all not playing as ourselves, to be fair.
Okay. So I'm seeing how far that is. So you left at about 12:30. 3 hours. Okay. At about 6:50, I'm assuming you just marched for 3 hours, and so about 6:50 you come to a crossroads. There are two paths you can take. One leads to the west and one leads to the east.
I can solve this puzzle, guys. We go east.
We go east.
That's it? You don't want to consider anything else, just we go
Can I-
east.
Can I
This is the
consult
way I call that.
the mini maps that I purchased a while back?
We're
Yes.
just going to trust the... Fine,
So
I suppose.
the map that you are looking at, so they only have recent stuff. So old Lechaport's been abandoned for about 100 years, so it's not on the map. But to the east, you can see that it goes to the north. It goes to the east, cuts through the forest, and then heads north. After that, the road turns left, and then back to Janisport.
So maybe what about the west path?
Fira and Korg halfway down the east. What was that?
I'm just
Well, no, because what happens is we're gonna come to the end of the path, like go in a circle and show up next to them, and be
Mhm.
like, "Guys, how'd you get here already?" And it's like, "No, you two dingus losers. It's not the right path."
You're going the wrong way!
Are we supposed to go west then?
Yes.
Maybe, what do I see on the west path? Where does that lead?
The west path leads to the south, and then there is so they haven't charted it fully because, like I said, it's an old, all that stuff is old. But they did note off the path that there is, or I should say, branching off of one of the western path branches, there is an old looking beat up road.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we're supposed to go west. We're,
Let's go down the spookiest looking road we can find. So.
yeah, we're gonna definitely find a spooky road to the west. It looks like if these maps are correct, which are probably correct. I paid a lot of money for them.
I look left and right, and I pull my cloak up closer to my ears, and I go, "Jinkies."
Oh my god. No. No.
Okay.
This is the point where Kevin just looks. Kevin looks at you all and just goes, "Ruh-roh."
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Well, no, Kevin's the new one. Kevin doesn't say rut-row. Kevin goes do kitten power.
Ah, yes. He's the new Scooby. Oh.
Who here has the most experience tracking? Or would say that they're
Cord
pretty
slowly
good at-
puts his hand up, and then Colette pushes it back down, looks him in the eye, and shakes her head.
She would. She freaking would.
I don't know if anyone here is a survival expert of some type.
Mew, do you know your way with navigating, perhaps?
No.
So we're here with these maps, and I guess we will adhere
I
to
guess
them.
I will take the lead. I've done a lot of it in general. I'm not the greatest in the world. If someone were to ask, I guess I could say I was proficient in it, but not exemplary. But I can take the lead going down the path if we need somebody to.
Yes, I do think we most definitely need someone to, because these maps are not working.
All right.
All right, kid, look, if they ask, I'm proficient in it, but don't let them dig any deeper than that, all right?
That's not me anymore.
I guess
It's
Fira will
Mira.
lead.
Look, if anyone's gonna lead, it's the one who glows faintly and keeps the ground a little dry.
Start going down the west path.
All right.
Okay. So
Lunch on a crumpet. You walk.
Freaking soggy crumpet because we're in the rain.
I prestidigitation off the water.
Ah.
7:30. Is that right? No, it's not right. I think I'm trying to figure out how long you guys have traveled. 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 2 hours. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. So you can travel all. So do you travel down the spooky road once you come to it?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, this looks right. Yeah, we're gonna go down here. No, it's fine. Colette, come on. It's fine.
You know, this might not be the right way.
No,
we
no,
don't
no,
have to
we're
go
gonna-
down here.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Strength check just to drag Colette.
No, I
Mew
don't
looks-
want to
Mew
go.
looks at Colette and she just offers her a hand and just stares at her.
Oh.
Jacques looks at Colette and just holds up a bottle of wine.
Oh. Colette takes
Well-
Mew's hand and takes the
Oh,
wine.
okay. Okay, because it was a 15, so
No, don't drag me now.
So, I guess I should ask the fellow DMs here: is moving along, or I should say, would a broken, rubbly road? Do you think that would count as difficult terrain? Honestly, I'm not sure.
In the
How
rain like
broken?
this,
In the rain, yes, in the rain.
I think it's a personal choice. I could see it being difficult terrain though.
I suppose it depends. Yeah, it could go either way.
yeah.
Depending
I
on
mean,
how broken.
it hasn't been used in 100 years, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's probably
if no one's moated and if it's rocks everywhere,
it's probably difficult terrain.
It's the idea of a road.
So,
The idea.
it's the broken road that led me straight to you guys.
Aww.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
So
But we're
that's
still stealing you. I mean, what?
I feel like
Um,
I was just adopted the side of the road by Psyche.
250.
That's how it
Yeah,
works normally.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how it works. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You
It's
can't
like,
leave. The pact is made. You held my hand. I'm sorry.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
when
blinked,
you held
you're
your
home.
hand out to Psyche, was it just like the Last Jedi, and there was like rain everywhere, and you're like, "Come."
That's how I'm gonna imagine it now.
You're like, Psyche, let the past die. And Psyche's like, this is weird. Okay, let's go, Colette.
Okay.
For 10. So you'll travel about 8 hours today, and you've traveled 3 hours and some change so far. I'm just gonna wing it because I honestly, it's like difficult terrain is difficult to work with. Who would have thought? And you camp about, I should say, and you reach at about 8:30. You will reach not your destination, but you're close to the coast. You know it's a port, obviously. So you guess that you can smell the sea breeze even from here a few miles out. So you guess you're pretty close. As you travel, the ground becomes more and more wild and less tamed. There are other kinds of critters and bugs that swarm around and bite making your already unpleasant trip all the more horrible. The ground here is not quite as muddy due to the fact that it is mostly grass, but the rocks beneath your feet shift and your footing is uncertain almost constantly, even heading down what resembles an old road. The air around you also seems to thicken as you get closer to your destination. You can sense that something is amiss even yet. The clouds darken. You can swear you hear voices calling you from the trees beyond your line of sight. Fog begins to drift in from the sea, and all around you, you feel that something is watching you, but you can't really tell what.
Do you all feel I know I was a bit hesitant to go down this way, but does anyone else feel like they're being watched?
Can I roll for perception?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that too.
I turn my detect magic on.
You don't detect any magic.
Hmm?
You don't detect any magic, no. And there is no roll for perception. Just
Colette
What do
sees
you roll?
nothing. She got an 8.
I got a dirty 20.
Ooh.
Can we all roll?
roll with disadvantage because there's fog.
Okay, let me roll again.
I think that's how that would work.
Well, I got an 8 and an
I-
11.
Got 17.
You don't see anything really.
Oh, I see 5.
You don't really see anything, but you, except for like the grass rustling just beyond your sight, you can see the blades of grass flickering back and forth. But it doesn't appear to be anything larger than like a rabbit or maybe a fox.
Mia's just gonna keep holding Colette's hand and like scooch a little towards her, and that's about it.
All right, roll another perception check without disadvantage.
Everyone or just good old Mew?
Everyone.
22.
A natural
19.
1.
Oh,
Two
Me and
natural.
no.
Cord lock eyes.
We just
There's-
look at each other and start walking towards each other slowly.
They're so
Yeah.
distracted by each other
Oh.
in the rain.
You were rolling for sound, not sight. So you swear that you can hear a voice from the distance to the west saying, "Turn back now."
Oh, I do not like that. I say we listen to the random voice we hear and turn
Actually,
around.
it's a
It's
bit
just
more like
like-
this.
Oh, do it.
Turn back.
We need to go. We need to leave.
I restrain Colette.
No, I cannot. Did you hear that vile whispering? It's not natural.
I hear people whisper all the time.
What?
I said I hear whispers all the time. People talk.
Oh,
go.
when you said you hear whispering all the time,
No.
Okay, cause you can get help, you know.
We're
But
playing a role here. I don't hear a whisper.
anyway, Colette is desperately trying to flee.
I reach in my backpack past Kevin, pull out a second bottle of wine, look at it,
You crack it on the ground and you're
Colette.
like,
Gosh,
I
dang it.
cock the head, hold it out a little bit.
God. Fine. Let's
Okay.
ignore the spooky voice.
So, ignoring the warnings of the unseen omen,
yeah, but Korg has his fists at cell phone microphone. He's all ready to go.
You continue on your path until you come to a point where you can no longer adventure further. You are all exhausted from all of the horrible ordeals that you've gone through just in this day alone. So you reach a point where you can decide to set up camp, if you'd like.
Yes, sure. Let's
Yeah,
set
I
up
mean,
a
I guess.
camp.
Okay. I think you all have you started off with like a pack of some
Well,
sort.
that's why I was like, you guys, we all like started with like Dungeoneers kits and whatever.
Oh,
Most
yeah.
of those
Yeah,
came
totally.
with rations.
At the
That's
same
what I'm-
time, Autumn's character definitely would have done
Oh.
that. So he's a noble. So
So
Yeah. Also, who said those aristocratic rations wouldn't come in handy? I got Colette to stick with us.
Yes, you did.
I imagine
Huzzah!
Colette is working on the second bottle of wine at this point, probably.
Colette's just like staring at the fire, like in the damp mud, drinking, upset.
sitting by the fire in the damp mug, in the damp mud, drinking, kind of just like okay. It's like, it's a living.
I hand Colette a crumpet.
Thank
Where did
you.
you get a crumpet?
It's mine. Thank you
Oh, they-
so much.
Oh, the rations come with them. I had an extra one from the. We never stopped for tea, so.
We didn't
they come
stop
on
for
now.
tea. No.
Yeah,
They-
I snacked on a few crumpets, but I figured I'd had this extra one, and Colette looked so hungry. So
Thank you. Colette
I
is
stare
gonna
you
look
guys
at
in the
Cord,
eye.
and she's gonna remember the cinnamon buns, and she's gonna break it in half and offer half to Korg.
Oh, cause see, I was gonna say while you guys are eating your fancy crumpets, I was gonna stare you dead in the eye and pull out my, like, overly salted,
Your jerky.
well, it's gonna be a turkey drumstick. Like it was cooked and then salted and peppered, and I just eat it, just looking at you.
Colette's gonna take
He's
pity.
doing the crumpet. I'll still take the piece of crumpet and eat it, but otherwise I'm sitting there like, yeah, that's right. I've never left the city once in my life, and I came more prepared to leave the city than you guys.
oh, turkey, that looks good. I just pull out an entire turkey with like stuffing and fixings, and just like, let's see, the instructions say to place the vessel in the fire and let cook for 2 hours until yeah, we'll just do that. I set it all up to cook. So
Colette's gonna
On you,
pull out like
I'm
a
eating
sandwich.
now.
She's gonna eat her sandwich grumpily. It's a good sandwich, you know. She just sees like a feast on the fire.
I mean, 2 hours, lady. 2 hours later, you just see.
2 hours, lady.
Yeah, you just see Jacques just remove this like cooking vessel and like open it up, and there's a fully cooked turkey just surrounded by stuffing, like, bowl of gravy on the side. Ah, yes, magical rations.
Joke's on you. Once Fira here gets to be, what, level 10-ish is when wizards get 6th level spells? Oh, we'll be having Heroes Feast all the time.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
heroes.
So-
I offer Korg one of the drumsticks.
I take it, and I eat it, and I do my best. I'm gonna roll a deception check to make it look like it's not a great, delicious piece of food. That was a 5. So I'm looking at you trying to scrunch up my face, but then like a tear comes out, and
I pass a little bit of like the stuffing with some gravy.
thank you.
folks. So I assume that you're taking a siesta of sorts.
Looks
Yeah, we're
like-
just trying not to make it a fiesta.
Yeah.
That-
So, are you going to establish any kind of watch or anything? Or are you just gonna?
Yes. Fira's gonna take first watch.
We don't have any elves, do we?
We
Are
don't.
we watching in
No.
groups or one by one?
I would like someone else to watch with me if they could.
Colette calls dibs because Vera has a fire.
Well, we have a normal fire too, but
Oh,
you can just take advantage of the Fira.
is that a dad joke?
Listen, I
Yeah.
did name my character like the Latin word for fire, so
You did though. You did.
Is
Look.
everyone just like cuddle around Fira?
Yeah, when we
She's our
sleep at
space
night,
heater.
when we look when we all have ins and stuff, we all act like we hate each other. But I think when we're out on the road, it's just a cuddle puddle with Fira in the middle.
Mhm.
she's okay with that.
So somebody's taking first watch. Fira and somebody else, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, it's about. Well, what you guys said you're gonna go to bed. Well, you all need about 6 hours of sleep. So, you go to bed at, I don't know.
Whatever we damn well please.
It's
Yeah.
8:30 ish. When you stop. So you don't know. The night passes without much event, other than repeated whispers of unknown intent. They whisper back and forth seemingly to each other. You also hear a guttural, roaring sound once that night.
What was that?
It's fine.
Oh, oh.
This is during me and Colette's watch.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know the local animals around here normally do. That seems interesting.
Interesting good or interesting bad?
Bad, but that's okay. I'm sure it's nothing too scary, and we can always deal with it if it gets closer.
Okay. And Colette just takes another swig of her wine.
Okay, so that's basically the end of that. Who has next?
Korg will do next.
Core.
No one else has to wake up. He'll just sit there and drink and smoke for the.
Okay.
So during Korg's watch, he hears. So I assume that Fira and Colette told him what they heard. Is that
Yeah.
correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
He hears
heard
a lot of
the
different
most
stuff.
terrifying thing. Please be careful.
The sound. He also hears one voice say, "The pain. The pain.
does the-
Make it stop."
Does the pain come from? Does the sound come from a specific direction?
The
Is
west.
that a perception check? Okay, I'm gonna pick up a piece of firewood and just huck it to the west of us when I hear it.
Okay.
Just gonna
Um,
chuck that chunk of wood in the forest.
how fire is it?
Oh no, not on fire.
No, just the
firewood,
wood. Just the wood.
Just like we have our fire, then we have a chunk of firewood that we're keeping on a tarp, covered up so that it doesn't, so it's still useful. But Korg doesn't need anybody to know that I'm throwing our firewood into the forest. So, I mean, if there's a rock, I'll chuck a rock too. I'm just picking up a heavy thing and chucking it in the forest.
The forest does not respond other than like a bird saying "Quack."
Yeah, so Korg kind of just like grunts to himself and takes another swig and takes another smoke off his Aragorn style pipe. And I'm trying to fashion Korg as a cross between Aragorn and Kazuma Kiryu,
Yes,
which is a
I can
very
tell.
weird combination.
So you don't really hear anything else, although I think that one incident is probably enough to blast you for your whole life. But that's all you hear during your watch. Who wants next watch?
Is it the final watch?
It's been. You need to watch for like 8 hours, so there's been 4 hours of watches. So there's 2 more people have to watch.
Is there 2 more cycles, or is there
2 more cycles. So unless somebody wants to go without a long rest, they'll have to, or should say, both of you are gonna have to do it by yourself.
you
Well-
want this one, or shall I take the early morning?
Korg is completely fine. I don't need a long rest. I'll stay up with whichever one feels they need someone else with them. And then the other person gets to be by themselves.
Fine, I have Kevin.
Alright, I'll stay up with Mew. Jesus.
So I'm guessing she takes the next shift for that reason.
Well, actually, I can take this one because I do have dark vision.
Oh.
Oh yeah, no, I just, I'll just chill with you, Mew.
Okay.
Then
None
we
of
can
us
let
have
Corb
taken
sleep
damage
in.
today. It's not the end of the world if I don't get a full night's sleep.
We can let you sleep in too.
Yeah.
Like sleep a little bit longer than the rest of us. That way you're not exhausted.
So you hear nothing at all
Yay!
except
Oh.
around 2 a.m. 1 a.m. You could swear you heard the sound of flames burning to the west again. You even roll a perception check.
Okay.
Natural 20. Look at you. My last perception was a natural 1. This is a nice
Thanks.
surprise. Good job, Dai.
Got a 19.
You
There's
live
no fire, but you smell smoke.
well,
at least you
besides
think you
our
do.
fire. We smell more smoke.
Yes, you smell smoke heading from. Guessed it. And you also hear, not whispers, faint screams.
Oh. Mute takes a sip of water and her ears are perked. Looks at Corey and she goes, "This is nice." I'm like trying really hard to like stay calm.
I like taking a deep breath and I'm like, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so much quieter out here.
It's, so pleasant and not noisy at all. She just keeps sipping her water.
Meanwhile,
'cause
there's a
remember,
chorus of
I'm used
screams.
I'm used to hearing people scream all the time and argue and fight and stuff break. One scream at 4 a.m.? Are you kidding me? This is the quietest night I've ever experienced.
They sound a little bit more than just angry. They sound like agonized.
Yeah, well, Korg is affected by the bystander effect as much as most people, so
Fair enough.
he's like, yeah, someone else will deal with it.
Okay, other than that, you don't experience anything unusual. All right, Jacques, it is your turn.
Oh man, it's a morning. Anything interesting happened during the night?
You just smiles.
You roll a perception check.
Me?
Him.
Okay.
7.
You don't smell anything,
Okay.
but you do hear for the first hour of your watch. As the wind blows, whenever the wind blows for the next hour, you hear moans. Not like creepy moans, so don't make it weird.
It's a bit late, man.
Ye have little faith in the party, sir.
What is Colette doing back there?
No!
Sorry. Okay, I guess I'll every once in a while I guess I'll like turn my detect magic on, just take a look around, and I'll send Kevin up.
What does that do exactly? Like, what is
So-
that? I'm not super familiar with this spell. So.
So I have one of my invocations is Elder Sight, which means I can cast detect magic at will
Mm-hmm.
without expending a spell slot. I detect magic. And then Kevin, as a Tresem, can see invisible things. It's just one of her things. So I'll just every once in a while I'll just have him do a like pass around to make sure there's nothing sticking out. And that's
So, like, what kind of invisible things are you looking for?
anything that like anything invisible, basically. We're out in the middle of the forest. There probably shouldn't be invisible things.
Oh yeah, you know how that is. Let me look that up real quick.
Yeah, let me. Where is the stat block? For Tresem? Actually, let me.
I'm looking something particular up.
If you need,
probably
like,
not the same thing
facts.
you're looking up.
it's fair.
Let me see.
Within 60 feet, they can detect invisibility. So, Tresums are terrible at combat, but they're great at all sorts of other neat things. So,
You don't see anything invisible, but Kevin, I'm assuming he still has to roll a perception check for Kevin, I guess.
Okay. Does it involve smell?
No.
Roll. You get +5 to perception. 19.
One time, just once, you could swear Kevin sees a figure in profile, dark purple, moving to the east from the west.
To the east from the west. Okay. Dark purple. Okay. Okay.
And after 5 a.m., it is perfectly silent. No birds, no bugs, nothing. It is silent as a tomb.
Okay. I'll
The
wait
moaning
out.
stopped instantaneously once it hit 5 o'clock.
Huh. The whining, the moaning's over. I suppose I should prepare some morning breakfast and tea. So I do that, and then I suppose eventually wake the others up. Korg last. Let him sleep a little longer.
Okay. So it's morning. Yay.
I'm having eggs and sausage, bacon, and these. Somebody figured out how to make these interesting pastries with this like cross hatching on them, and it's really good with this distilled tree sap that they send along with it. And you just sort of toast them a little bit over the fire. Yeah.
Oh,
so
that looks very good.
No,
What-
stay away, Colette.
What?
No,
oh
no.
no!
No.
I'm just saying it looks very inventive.
You Lego my ego.
Did you just say Lego my ego in this campaign? Did you just?
Yes.
I don't know. That's what the man at the shop called him.
Colette's gonna just sit down and eat, I don't know, bread. Bread sounds like something she'd have on hand.
Yeah.
Bread and coffee.
Fear eats some her rations. She doesn't have a. She's not picky.
Oh boy. Neat. Okay. So the morning after 6 o'clock rolls around, things liven up. It's actually kind of creepy because things all of a sudden start making noise at 6 a.m. As if they were being silenced by something for an hour.
Oh, weird.
But the hour, or I should say, I assume you spend your morning chatting away, discussing what you experienced. Did any of you have something unusual you'd like to share with one another?
I think would share what happened on me and Colette's watch with
Yes.
everybody now.
Most definitely, we would share that because that's terrifying.
Mew won't share. She'll just be like, I don't know what you guys talk about. Me and Korg had a very pleasant time just drinking water by the fireplace. You know, just by the fire
Korg's
thingy
still
over
asleep?
there.
It's still Korg sleepy time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So she's just sitting there and she's just like, it was great.
It was a good time? Nothing weird happened?
No, nothing out of the ordinary in particular. It was,
Walk me
what?
through. What happened?
one would even say that it was almost like there was a fire, but not.
Oh, was it just me?
No. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm sure it's normal out here. Everyone says this area is spooky, so it was very pleasant otherwise.
Am I losing my mind? I could have sworn we heard the most terrifying sound.
And like Mew's just like staring off into the distance, like kind of terrified but not terrified. She's mumbling to herself about like people screaming. She's
I
like,
don't- I don't think everything is okay with Mew.
I don't think a lot of things are okay with Mew.
everyone is screaming and there's a fire and no
I'm gonna
fire.
start stirring while you guys are talking. I'm gonna get up and go sit down the fire. Did anybody make coffee for him to steal or no?
Colette did make coffee. Colette did.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna grab the pot of coffee and go. Did you all hear that screaming?
Yes! Thank you! Yes, I heard the screams. They were terrifying.
Yeah, that sucks. And then I like drink the coffee.
No, you
You
didn't
can-
hear screaming, Clay. You heard whispers.
Oh, no, I thought there was like one scary yell. Like one freaky. Was it an animal?
Korg first had whispers. Then I threw stuff. Then it was quiet. Then I heard screaming, and I just still ignored it.
Yeah, Korg heard screaming.
Yeah, I heard
So-
screaming and whispers. I had the whole shebang.
So I guess it would be whispers and like an animal.
Yeah, I think Colette had a screech.
Oh.
Speaking of Colette and screeching, there were some noises during my shift. Sounds like you were having a
I
fearful
hate you
dream.
so much, Autumn. I hate you so much. Are you trying to get off of staff? Are you trying to get
Wait, this is how I escape?
No, it's not. You're stuck for even longer now.
Dang it.
That thing where, like, if I had glasses, I'd be, like, looking up over them while drinking my coffee. Like, oh, it wasn't me, I was asleep.
But yeah, there were some noises during the night, and one figure.
Figure?
moving in the trees, moving to the east. That's correct, Teef. Remember that right?
Yes, from the west.
Yeah. Moving from the west to the east. Purple robes.
This purple-robed figure? Did you not shoot your blast? I've heard so much about.
Oh, no. Just Kevin spotted him from up in the air, and they were a little ways off, and it wasn't. They were. I only saw them for a moment. Kind of weird that I only saw them for a moment. But I'm sure that's nothing. You know, it honestly could have just been shadows, possibly. There were some very distracting noises. Funny, they all stopped right as dawn broke. Like, all sound stopped for about 1 hour. Figured that was a good time to make breakfast and then start waking you up. Figured whatever has been out there had its fill and gone back to whatever dark hole it belongs in.
Very polite of you.
Yes, I passed Korg some eggs and sausage.
Yes. If Korg had a newspaper, he'd read it. I'm gonna study the maps, even though I really don't know how to read a map. That is not of a city. Like a city map, oh man, don't get me started. But once you got like elevation and whatnot, confusing as hell.
Yeah, that's fair.
I feel like I should mention that you're on pretty level elevation right now, and you haven't really, since you left town, your elevation has not changed significantly. Otherwise, you'd probably be sitting in a puddle or at some point. So, anything else you want to do before you continue your death march?
We are fearless.
Fearless. Okay. So
He's gonna hold
around what
Colette's
time
hand
do
again.
you think you guys think
Not
you'll leave?
fearless.
Nah, yeah, Colette's gonna hold Mew's hand. Yeah.
Around what time do you guys think you'll leave?
Let's say you said sound stopped at, was it 5 or 6?
The sound stopped at 6 a.m. The sound stopped at 5, and it came back at 6. That's the end. That was the end of your watch.
Alright, so I probably started cooking around 5. The breakfast takes about half an hour to put together.
I like the idea that you started cooking while the weird sounds were, like all
Like-
the sound was gone. You're like,
Yeah.
finally.
Like, well, that seems like a good time. Just starts cooking. Yeah, probably woke you all up around 5:45-ish. Korg probably woke up around 6:30.
Yeah, because you tried to let me sleep in, but
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit, like, but you know,
it
Colette
didn't really work once.
Colette
started
starts talking,
screaming.
Yeah. And not like she was the night before.
Let's just go.
Yeah, so probably 7, I'm gonna say. By my math, probably around 7 is when we get on the road.
Okay. It's around 7 a.m. ish. Or 7th bell. 1, 2, 3, 8, 1, 2, 3, 10, 3. Okay, so at around 10 a.m. you reach the coastline. Overcast. It's not raining today, but there is fog coming in from the west. You feel the sea breeze, and or should say, the wise among you avert your eyes and your face so as to not get chapped lips, and you see small seagulls diving into the water seabirds diving into the water to catch whatever happens to be there. Below, you're standing on a cliff, close to a cliff, and the shore below is populated by large hermit crabs that fight each other for rocks in which to create their homes. When I say large, I mean like the size of dogs.
Mew's staring, and then she looks at whoever will look at her, and she goes, "Can we eat it?"
Well, you'd have to go down there, so you
I
have to
would
climb.
love crab though. It's usually a delicacy, but those things are massive.
That means more meat.
That's true.
You know, tougher meat. It really depends on how much work they've done and when their last molt was. It's quite confusing.
So do you want to attack the crabs, or just ignore them?
I mean, I'm not gonna just run up and punch a crab.
Yeah.
You're on a cliff that's about 30 feet above sea level, so you have to climb on.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna look at them and go, yes, in fact, those are crabs. But if that's not the direction we need to go, Korg is not gonna just. I'm not a mob in an MMO who the first time an enemy walks by, I'm like, I gotta kick his ass.
So you approach. So, assuming nobody else wants to eat crab, hermit crab. I don't know if it tastes.
Fine,
the
we'll
same
just
as
go.
crab.
We have things
big
to
are these
do.
crabs?
They're
How
the
big are-
size of a puppers.
They're the size of like a golden retriever.
How
Oh,
many of
now
them
I
are there?
can't. That made it weird.
There's 4 of them. They're fighting each other for dominance. The biggest rock under which to nest. You see them like roll a perception check.
I got a 6.
I got a ace of indecision. I got a natural 20.
You can see them like something bubbles out of their face as they spray it onto the rock.
Ooh. Does the
That's
rock
very-
like react
very-
somehow?
It seems to be. If you look closely, you can see it slowly being eaten away.
Oh, so they're Dwebble from Pokemon.
I guess.
You're
they-
like a fucking
so it's like-
nerd.
I mean, I play Pokemon, so but I don't. I never raised Dwebble, so
So it's like corrosive.
yes, they appear to be corroding away the rock. Not maliciously, but because there are no shells for hermit crabs of their size, so they've had to evolve ways to make do.
Are they edible?
Everything's edible. Even I'm edible.
True.
Oh yeah, I'll eat that ass up.
No, y'all.
Delish.
So if Vera's just gonna kind of look at me and be like, no, and kind of like almost like pick her up by the scruff and just, so we're continuing down the path, huh?
You could probably find a way down there somewhere, but There,
So we're-
you have to climb here.
We're like elevated, right?
Yes, you're 30 feet above the ground, or 30 feet above the sea level.
I just kind of look at him and go, I mean, we could just blast him and go find a way down and have a nice crab. Have you ever had that much crab at once?
All right.
There's almost one for each of us.
Here's a
almost-
giant enemy crab.
Crap battle. Are you turds really making him pull up stuff so we can fight a giant hermit crab?
No, we're not actually gonna fight the crab. No.
Are you sure?
I feel like
Yeah,
Fira was
we need
dragging
to-
you away.
Yeah, we're leaving.
I'll say that if
We
you
have stuff
do,
to
that
do.
they're not. It's not just a giant crab. It has like ability to spit acid at you.
No, we're not doing it for food. Come on, Mew.
Like, look, Korg will suplex a crab if he has to.
He doesn't
He'll
have to. We
he'll-
need to
he'll
get out
suplex
of here.
He'll suplex a train if he has to, but we're not planning on that anytime soon.
Well, there may be a way down there later on, but I don't know.
I mean, do we want to?
I'll say that just killing the crabs from afar doesn't get you any experience if that's what you're hoping to gain from it.
Oh no, you just the experience of sucking the succulent meat from those limbs.
No!
Alright, so continuing on down the path. Yes.
So as you get closer, you don't hear anything, but the air does become slowly still. I mean, more still as you venture on. It is you don't know for sure, but it feels like there's a shadow that looms over this place. The air is it almost has weight to it. You may recall something terrible happened here 100 years ago.
Yes, we have arrived.
Yay, you've arrived.
What?
Um,
The horrible thing that happened here. Fire, right? Terrible fire.
It was a being of smoke, shadow, and malice.
Right.
Swept through the area, its fangs dripping with purified darkness, and turned all of the creatures that it touched into all the creatures that it touched turned them into black demons, or so the legends say.
Neat. And we don't see anyone alive currently, or signs of live people.
Not from the distance. You're outside of. I assume you're like hiding in the bushes or something, like trying to scope out the area. You see like a few patrols, people heading to and fro, but you surmise that the majority of the folk who were here have already left. And the only people who are left are those who can't afford to leave just yet.
Like those three weirdos who live in Libertalia, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, sure.
The city that has got the burning coal mine underneath it.
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh yeah, I wish forget about
Yeah,
that.
there's one or two people who still live there, and it's like, why? And they still get power and stuff, and it's like, but why?
Because they fear no man or fire.
Yes.
So, you can see the area. It's a port town. Most of the buildings are completely dilapidated, but there are a few makeshift buildings or buildings that have been repaired that are in decent shape. There is still a remnant, very few buildings are totally burned to the ground. only a handful of them are totally destroyed. Most of them have been preserved to some extent, but the ages have not been kind to this area. Nothing grows here. It's all completely dead.
I guess we should probably head into the area then. Move closer.
Yes. Are you going to try and sneak in, or are you going to go in like an action hero?
Let's be a little quiet.
Okay.
I am sure that will turn out well for us.
So bear in mind, some of, at least one of you has armor on, so you do have disadvantage on stealth checks. So
I feel called out.
I'm just making sure you knew that. So do you all want to go uniform, or do you want to like?
Colette's gonna take her armor off.
Okay.
Why are you taking your armor off?
Aren't we sneaking?
Dearie, you know that would
Oh,
take like
oh.
5 to 10 minutes to put back on, right?
Oh god, yeah.
I just cover Kevin's eyes.
It's just,
I mean, she's got a gambeson on
it's,
underneath.
yeah, it's fine. She'll just put it back on.
Miu just sits there. She's like, "Oh, this is that kind of party."
What kind of parties have you been to?
Colette raises her eyebrows.
Miu just looks at everyone and she's like, "What? I entertain sometimes, and people are weird."
Okay, I'm just gonna be very sneaky while wearing armor and ignore that comment. Let's
To
go!
avoid the last kerfuffle we had, Korg will go first. He will be the first one in line in case combat starts, so he will be the first one in line for combat.
Okay. So you head in there.
His stealth check is a natural 20. We'll look at that.
Okay. 20 plus. What was your whole roll?
It'll be a 23.
Okay. I'm trying to think of like what is natural line of sight?
Yeah, and then many DM. I'm not sure if what would a natural. It used to be natural 20 is a 30 for this whatever, but I'm not sure that's what it is in 5e.
I think it's basically like if you roll a nat 20, it's just unless it's for like I've done it this way.
It's
It's
ability
only,
checks don't critical.
yes.
what
So
I always-
you're not guaranteed to pass just because
Yeah.
like you try to lift a mountain and you roll a nat 20, it doesn't necessarily work.
Yeah.
But it's about the best possible outcome. So 20 plus whatever you did, 23 you said?
Yeah.
Okay. But they don't see you.
Korg is it. Hacker voice. I'm in.
Okay.
I love you, you're doing good.
Humans. Let's see. In D&D. Not 52. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so you're first. Who's behind you?
Who is behind me, you losers?
I'll be next.
Sorry, Korg got cocky with that natural 20.
So it's foggy. I think it's a little foggy. So they can't see you very well. So I'm gonna say that their visibility is limited to about 30 feet, I guess. That I don't know how fog works exactly. I'm still working through the rules.
Works how you want it to work.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say 30 feet, unless somebody has other opinions. Dim light darkness, heavily obscured, lightly obscured, patchy fog. It's patchy fog, so they have disadvantage on perception checks. So it's a little. So it is They did not pass the last check. So who's going next? I forgot.
I was.
Okay. Roll stealth.
Alrighty, let's see what we get. Oh god, check character sheet. What's my stealth like? Not fantastic. 12.
Okay. 12. They spot you. They spot something.
Oh no, the giant glowing, not the giant, but the glowing person.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm not
geez.
always glowing.
I know. Oh, don't say that about yourself, honey. You're still beautiful.
And one of them comes over to investigate. They're heading in your direction.
I want to grab a rock. Or do I notice them notice Fira?
Roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay. Pause. Oh yeah. Let's see. An 18 and a 5.
Okay, they're not trying to be stealthy, but 5 isn't gonna cut it. So
Sorry.
yeah, you don't know unless she tells you, and I don't think, and she would have to roll a perception check to know also.
Well, Fira, good job.
Listen, other people would have failed too.
To be
They
fair,
have
they rolled pretty well. Even with disadvantage, they rolled like a 14. 13, and that's with a -1 to their wisdom. So, actually, it's passive. Yeah, they're not. Well, no, they are looking around. They're guards, so yeah, they're not just like sitting around. They're
Do
trying.
I see them?
Roll perception. Like you can see. Well, let me think. You can see them because you're looking for them.
Okay.
So you would know if they are moving towards you, which they are.
Okay, and do I know how many of them there are?
There's 2.
Okay.
And you're about, say, 100 feet from the main, or I should say, from the greater part of the city.
Okay. And then how far away were they from me?
They are about 30 feet from you.
Okay. I'm just gonna quickly try to shoot a message to Korg. I've been spotted. And if I have enough time, I'll shoot one to Colette as well behind.
Oh,
way-
the first thing Korg does is take the closest heavy object he has and just chuck it in the opposite direction. That is going to twice today be his solution to things. Taking something heavy up and putting it somewhere else.
Improvised weapons.
Well, I mean, I'm going to have proficiency on that for my class anyway. So
Okay. That's good. Because the odds are against you otherwise. Let me see. Only amount to very good points.
fucking the rock at the person. This isn't an attack, to clarify.
Oh, it's not an attack.
This is not a what's red and bad for your teeth, a brick moment. This is Korg picking up the brick and throwing it just as Frodo threw the thing of mushrooms, or whoever threw the thing of mushrooms.
Oh yeah, so you're trying to distract them, I see.
I'm distracting them, yes.
Um,
I mean, I can still roll to see how...
they heard it, yes.
Yeah.
And I'll say they're stupid. They're dumb. They'll head towards that instead.
I mean, they're living in a cursed town. I mean, they're not geniuses.
Yeah, they're stupid. So they're heading in that direction.
Neat.
Good job, Fira. You almost soured the whole deal.
Let's be nice. We don't have to be rude to each other,
You're not
Korg.
even over here yet.
I'm
Korg.
behind.
I
Yes.
mean, we could have easily just
Well,
killed them.
roll your stealth check.
Okay, so they are heading in the opposite direction. How far can you throw stuff?
I mean, I've got 17 strength. I mean, 30 feet would be an accurate attack.
So if you're just
throw-
hucking it, though,
Weapons 5e.
so you just throw a rock.
It's usually a 2060. For like a simple melee weapon that I'm throwing.
And if you think it's like kind of a weird thing to do, I'm trying to figure out how far away they likely will be moving. So you get an idea of how much.
I'd say at least the 60, because it's not like I'm trying to accurately throw the rock. I'm just taking a rock.
See, they're 30 feet away from you. You're tossing it to the right or left. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It made a loud sound. So 30, 60. Kind of a triangle. It's probably about 45 feet away from you. I'm totally BSing that, by the way.
Whatever, man.
It's probably about 45 feet away from them. They're heading 45 feet in the opposite, or I should say, toward Hill Light. So that gives you about 6 seconds before they reach the 9 seconds before they reach what they're going for. So I suggest you move quickly and quietly. So is Colette next?
Yes, Colette is next.
Yes, let's just blame Colette next. I mean,
What?
what?
Excuse me, sir.
So at about 9 seconds, I'm gonna say you're all pretty much parallel. You're pretty much next to them. They're looking around. They're not seeing anything. So you get about 15 feet before they start heading back in your direction again, during which you should all just roll stealth checks simultaneously.
Well,
16 for me.
23.
Okay.
it's a
Hey,
5.
19.
16.
Okay.
Well, Colette, you're wearing heavy armor. You roll that again and tell us.
Oh
what's the word.
no! Is it disadvantage?
Yes. So look, I rolled a 5. I'm not gonna just take the L.
Oh, an 18! Heck yeah!
I got
yeah, boy!
Okay, but you rolled a 5. Is that correct, Bevan?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, I rolled a 2, but I got a 5.
They see you. They see something, and I don't think they'll fall for that trick again.
No, in fact, you guys keep sneaking. I'm just gonna stand up straight as if I'm just a dude. I'm not gonna hold these guys back. You guys keep sneaking forward. Leave me some chips, maybe a little ammo, a soda if you got it.
Oh, okay. We have a lot of wine.
And as an aside, is it just me, or does the screen for Twitch look very, very small? Because I'm looking at Twitch on my phone for your game, and it's like a quarter of the size that it normally is.
No.
I don't know.
It looks...
Okay, that was just my phone. That was my phone.
I mean, I have it on pulled up. on my
Nighty would have
computer.
told me by now if it was cursed.
Yeah.
No,
So you're
it's not-
standing up.
not on.
They are surprised by this. They reach for their swords. Do you say anything to them before they attack you?
That's it.
They're not attacking you guys. They're attacking him, if
You're
anything.
attacking Korg. I'm like, I mean no harm. I'm lost. Which is only a half lie, but I'll still roll a deception for it.
Okay.
I don't automatically mean harm.
Right.
Well, that's a 15, so.
They're dumb as frick. So they believe you. They ask you, where, what? They seem confused.
This is New Lechaport, correct?
No, sir, this is old Lechaport. What brings you here? They say with their hands fully on their the hilts of their weapons.
Well, I was trying. I guess the maps I have are out. You got me. Somebody's got me playing through their speakers. Sorry, I was echoing.
It might be me.
Oh, how
It
dare
might be
you.
down a little bit.
Mike, well, I just, my maps must be old because they brought me here to old Lechaport instead of new Lechaport.
Well, you should probably head back. This is This is protected territory, claimed by the Vanguard of Licarius.
I ask him. I take out. I clearly am not holding the maps, but I take out a blank, rolled up piece of paper and ask him to come forward to show me on my map which way I should go. And once he gets close to me, I'm gonna deck him in the schnoz.
Okay. I don't think you need to roll for that because they're not actively trying to avoid any kind of attack.
Yeah, I'm just cold cocking this guy. Like he's walking up and kabam, right in the face.
Okay. Roll damage.
Wow.
All
How,
right.
how rude.
Oh, I guess we'll react to that probably because we'll hear
Well-
a punch noise.
Yeah, so it's a d6 plus 3, so it's a 5. But I'm gonna do my once per long rest Orcish Fury, and add the damage die again. So that's another 6. So it's gonna be an 11 damage. So just a
He's dead.
kapow. He's dead? No, I wasn't going for lethal on this one. I was gonna I was gonna wait
Okay, well,
for you to say
he's out.
he's out. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm like, I don't want to walk into a town and just kill a guy. That's my first
He is
action.
like he dropped like
A sack of potatoes.
well, I was gonna say Kendrick's new album, but
Oh,
Colton, I swear to God.
Hey, yo, Logic has come out with his last album. Sorry, I
I
just
saw that. He's like, all right, here's my new album. I'm retiring. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm gonna go be a dad. And I'm like, all right, Bobby, I get it.
You go do what you do.
he dropped hard.
Never drop soft.
I don't know if you. I mean, I guess that probably was pretty much a surprise round.
I don't get it.
I would say roll for
Mitzi,
initiative.
don't think about it.
There's only 2 people out here, and they're very far from. You're still like a solid 50 feet.
I'm
from
giving you
even-
a 10-minute
say-
heads up, Teeth.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah, if you're gonna start a
unless the
fight.
guy-
We'll still
You can
have
have-
time to squeeze in the special guest performance, but we're probably gonna end it at
I mean,
that.
unless the other guy actively would have noticed me punching the guy, which is not like I screamed, surprise! It's
Right.
not like we're in combat. So I'm just gonna take the guy, drag him over to the group of folks, we'll take his weapons,
Yeah, hide the body.
put him in a
Check his
barrel.
I
wallet.
guess I should say they were together. Well, I'll say no, they aren't, but they are. But he heard the sound of a bone crunch, and the other guy's heading in your direction.
I wanna roll a deception check.
Okay. This guy's got his hand on his spear, or he has his
no.
spear. He has his spear drawn. but
I'm
he
just gonna
doesn't-
pretend to be the guy, just punch the face and be like, it's okay, I just tripped and fell, keep going, I'll catch up to you.
Okay. Roll.
That's a natural 20, I can take a picture for you if you'd like.
I trust you.
Okay, that's your first mistake.
Oh my God.
Are you sure? I could have sworn I heard something horrible happen something crunchy happen over here.
I know, I stepped on a, on a crab, on a small crab. It's okay, I'll be over in a sec. I just gotta clean it off my boots.
Ugh. Well, be careful. area is rife with crabs.
The city's
Head
got
in the
crabs.
opposite direction. These guys are
Welcome
stupid.
to the
That wouldn't have
campaign.
fooled anybody else.
We're all 12 years old. Hello.
You guys are 12?
Gosh dang
So,
12-year-olds? Oh my god, someone's gonna call the
it.
cops.
No,
No,
it
you're
wasn't
23.
freaking no.
Wow. Teeth robbing a
Like-
cradle.
I thought it was the other way around originally.
Yeah, I know.
He's robbing the grave.
so,
Anyway,
you head into town, and now there are like streets and various buildings that have crumbled. There are not as many. There are more there's more guards in the city, so they are patrolling. Just for simplicity, everyone roll stealth checks every 50 feet or so you move.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
21.
16.
I got 14.
I got a 16.
Okay.
so everyone did
so
really
what?
well, huh?
Yeah, how's
How'd you
your
do?
disadvantage going there, Colette?
Disadvantage. Oh god. Okay.
Tell us more.
A 9.
Could
Okay.
have worse.
Maybe a lot better.
All right, one of them sees you.
Gosh, freaking. Is it so bad to be seen though? Maybe we could just say hello and, you know,
Why don't you go say hello, Colette?
Colette will go say hello. She's probably the one who got noticed.
Yes, she is definitely the one that
Oh,
got.
okay. All right.
I think
Hello.
Fear would just look at Korg and like kind of like nod her head in that direction. You wanna?
I can't
Hello?
do the
Colette
same
will
trick
distract.
twice, but
I can help you.
all right. Well, I'm gonna still. While Colette distracts, I'm gonna try to sneak up on the guy and solid snake him. Just
Same.
Okay.
crack his neck.
Roll stealth.
Hello. How are
22.
you today?
All right,
I-
you sneak up behind him successfully.
I am
Um,
sorry.
as you-
I've gotten lost.
You play out your scenario, and then
No, I'm just gonna sneak up behind him and do the grab
Give
his
it the
head. And
Steven
kill
Seagal
him.
special.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna chop him in the neck. I walk up behind him and chop him in the neck. It's already broken.
so are you killing him, or are you just?
This is another knocking him out. I have no reason to kill these random, what are essentially, as far as I know, town guards.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fear.
All right, so they're unconscious. He's unconscious. There are a bunch of.
I give finger guns to Colette.
Colette
There
winks
are
and finger
barrels
guns back.
around. There are no stalls because, or no usable stalls because they've rotted away in the last 100 years or so. But there are empty crates and boxes that are actually in use. If you want to stuff them in there, hide them behind.
Box him up.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so I'm gonna say we're gonna do 2 more of these checks before you reach your. Okay, so you don't actually know where you're going. Now that I think about it, there's no way for you to know where you're going.
Where were they going without ever telling them?
So you notice someone roll an investigation check. I'm gonna assume you've been watching these guards' patterns to some extent.
Ooh, wait.
Okay.
18.
Investigation.
I'm good at that.
Oh,
19.
because it's a wisdom check.
You notice they're all coming from
23.
they're all coming from a large central street heading towards a relatively undamaged building that's about 200 feet away.
Well, I think we'll go to the building.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I realized I didn't actually make it possible for you guys to find the building you were looking for. So I had to fudge it a little bit. Okay. So
Okay.
roll. So there's a lot of guards around. So roll stealth.
20.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
I got a nat 20, but I have to roll again because of disadvantage. No.
Correct.
Feels bad.
19.
I got a nat 20 again! Colton, come in here! Come in here!
I believe you.
Ah! That's never happened! Yeah,
Okay.
It
Colette,
won't.
baby!
It may never happen again.
No,
Probably
don't say that. No. I need
Mew,
help.
what did you roll?
I got a 19.
Okay. They're probably not going to see you guys.
We're like a fart.
No,
in the
they
wind.
don't. They are oblivious. They rolled a 1. So, which is actually, I don't think it can go lower than 1, but they have a -1 to perception. So,
Wait, Colette, did you just roll 2 natural 20s?
Yes, in a freaking row!
Like, I was like sitting there like, oh yeah, natural 20, and then I'm like, wait a second, you have disadvantage.
Yeah,
But
I
hey,
know,
man.
right? I know, it's never happened
Okay.
before.
It's not impossible. It's
You
just not
towards
probable.
relatively unoccupied space. So you are able to move 100 feet without being impeded. The last 50 feet, though. All right, you got 50 feet. Roll me another stealth check.
Okay. Natural 20.
17.
Seven.
Let's see. 11. Big numbers.
Don't feel too bad, because Colette has run out of luck for the night. She got a 6.
Okay.
Big oofs.
Yeah.
They see Colette.
Are you?
And somebody say they rolled an 11.
I have Fear of Dead, and then I think Korg rolled like a 5, didn't you?
I rolled a 4, but it's a 7 overall.
They
Oh,
all three
big money.
There's one guard.
Me and you are just like in an alleyway, just being like, wow, they
Is it possible to non-lethally fire bolts away?
No.
Unfortunately not. I'm just lucky because my fits are lethal or non-lethal as I decided. I mean, I don't know, man. I kind of want to just walk up to him and be like, hey, I'm, you know what? Deception's been working good. I've, got the the prisoners. God, if this were on camera, you could have seen my face the whole time, like, don't believe what I'm saying. That's an 11 for deception. Next time on the newest exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z, we're all gonna beat up another poor innocent
Yeah,
man.
this is where we have to end, but...
No,
Sorry, I
we got like, there's a little tiny bit left.
you
So.
better because
He's
even
gotta
though
go
my
to bed.
commute, yeah, even though my commute literally is from bedroom to my desk for work, I do have to be up at 7 a.m.
Oh, no.
So
So do we want to
I-
finish?
I
We're not gonna
think-
have a combat session.
Yeah, I think we should just end here for now.
Okay. It's kind of anticlimactic, but I
It
Well,
doesn't,
no, it's
it doesn't
just
have
a-
to always be. I mean, we did
And
just have to
besides-
deal with a guy.
Think of it like this: when I walked up and said I've got the prisoners, the bass line from Roundabout was playing.
Yes.
And then after I rolled the 11 and the guy made a face, the to be continued popped up.
Yes.
I'm imagining the rest of the party is like behind this gentleman.
Ready to
Except
freaking.
for
Rub
like
one.
Mew and like
You all have face bombs.
Jack.
Yes.
No, you guys all made it. It's just the
Yeah.
3 of us did not. So
We
it's
did
all
No, I
not.
know.
by you
No, but I'm saying the two of us are just like staring.
We're in the alleyway, like eating like leftover turkey, just like, wow, this is about to be a battle.
Eating while you can.
Yeah, like
gonna
Mew's
have
like,
a
should we
bad
help
time."
them? And he's like, no, let's just watch it pan
No,
out, like
pass
situation.
the sandwich over.
Yeah.
Us to these guards.
Freaking, I'm loving this campaign, y'all. 10 out of 10.
Woo.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. Have a lovely evening. Osen Dono, Granny Psyche is not getting tired. Granny Psyche has a
No.
schedule, you little hoe. Thank you all for
She
being
never
on this.
keeps it.
You can check out Witty Mitchie at twitch.tv/Witty Mitchie. You can check out Bevan at twitch.tv/Roll the Roll. And you can check out Gilgamesh King 07 at twitch.tv/Gilgamesh King 07. And Autumn is here forever as a member of staff. So is Teeth Whitener. They'll never leave, ever. Gil's a member of staff too. Anyway.
Keith, you wanna form a pack and
No,
run away
no,
together?
no. Don't you run away with my man.
We
Don't.
can leave the women folk behind.
No.
We don't need them.
Don't.
Honestly,
Yeah, I mean,
Me and
besides
Psyche
being
from-
like
Oh.
great and nice, it's not like Corinne cooks or anything. Like I do all that.
yeah.
Me and Psyche formed the pack on top of a burrito blanket.
We did.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Have a lovely
Well, I
night.
think
I'll see you guys later.
Bevan has his 3rd day of work after 6 months of
Oh,
unemployment.
God, you got
Or
this.
4
You got
months,
this, Champer
but, you know,
Damper.
Got it. You're doing great.
Friday. And it's actually day 4. I started on Tuesday.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
All right, guys. Have a lovely evening. We will be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Central, playing Deadly Premonition. Oh, mama. See you guys then.